Yeah. You know what comes a time in every man's life when we're ready to settle down and make things right, but only for that special one. We be trying to make her you, but y'all want to keep playing games with these lames. So make your next move your best move, cause we the best dudes. Oh yeah, don't settle for less, babe. I can love you better than you can imagine. Take it from the madness. Girl, I don't know why you keep these lanes around. You bother now. Don't you settle for less. What up, beauty queen? You know I really wanna invite you to my world and show you my unique persona. We can get together, steam it up like a sauna, take you on a natural high, no marijuana, just a bottle of wine, some ice chill prosecco. You holding on to that lame dude, you should let go. You was gonna be mine from the very get-go. I'm trying to make you white because you special. You got the best flow, designer fresh clothes, make your own dough on your home dough. Vehicles fully paid for, that frame flame though. Selfie queen, you know your angles. Red bottom heels, 5 diamond encrusted mangoes. We got the same goals, copping land and counting bankrolls. Creating generational wealth, so our seeds grow. I know your needs though, and you know mine's the same. It's an honor and a privilege to give you my last name. I can love you better than you can imagine. Take from madness. Girl, I don't know why you keep these lanes around. You bother now. Don't you settle for less. Trips and shopping sprees, you know that's mandatory. I'm trying to open your mind, peep the allegory. They say that love don't last, so let's change the story. I send my heart out to you, please come for me. Let's take control of our love, no conforming. Late night love sessions last until the early morning. Cooking breakfast, but naked eggs, bacon and toast. Fried potatoes and onions, girl, I love you the most. When my body be aching, you rub the pain out. Roll up the Dutchess for me while I pour champagne out. I pour my heart and my soul, plus my pain out. You got a real one type shit, so leave the lanes out. Please stop with the games. The mother names missing your time. Girl, nobody know we even in your phone. They always think it's time. You should be so don't settle, don't settle, don't settle for love. Stacks with the facts. Eating me. Real contender. RJ Adonis. In the hooks and the vibes. Yeah. For all my ladies. Don't let a time hang out. Turn into a summertime bang out. When I'm hanging out. Get you one that's gonna be there this season, baby. Don't settle for less. Know your worth, baby. I can love you better than you can imagine. Take you from the back. Girl, I don't know why you keep these lanes around. Yeah, Father, now don't you settle for less. Yeah, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's the Man About Time, Virgil, aka Stacks with the Facts, man. You know, how y'all doing tonight? Y'all know y'all tuned in, tapped in to another episode. You did a Real Talk podcast. You understand me when I'm talking about, man? Welcome, man. How everybody doing tonight? My man XL Pro in the building. We got Lacey in the building. Everybody in the clouds watching. You did. You know what I'm talking about? How y'all ladies like that song right there, man? I made that for y'all.
You understand me? I made that song for all of y'all. You hear me? You know, don't settle for less, baby. You hear me? Oh, but you're going to settle. Just don't settle for less. You hear me? Just don't settle for less, baby. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. You know what I'm talking about, man? How y'all like last night's show, man? You know what I'm saying? We're going to get straight to it next week. Ooh, I got some dope shows lined up next week. You know what I'm talking about? It's my birthday this weekend, man. Me and L, let me see. I think we still going to do Friday night wrap up tomorrow, but I think Saturday we're going to have to postpone the listening party for his new album because he got to run out of town and take care of some family business, emergency family business. You know what I'm saying? Plus, it's going to be my birthday anyway, so, you know what I'm saying? I might hit y'all with a little surprise something. You feel me, man? Y'all never know, man, what it's going to be, man. I might hit y'all with a little surprise something on Saturday. But I don't know. I'm going to have to talk to L a little bit later and see if we're going to be able to do the show tomorrow night. Because he didn't say if we wasn't going to do it tomorrow, but he definitely said probably not Saturday, though. So, you know what I mean, man? We're going to just tap in and keep that going. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with y'all though, Mike? Huh? Shout out to my brother Red Supreme TV2, man. And TV1, man. I've been telling y'all this stuff for a long time, man. You hear me? The smart grid is here. See, I know when I first came home and a lot of people hear me saying that stuff, I know a lot of people thinking like I was probably bugging or, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people out there, and that's why I always say this and I always bring it up and I emphasize it. A lot of people will call you a conspiracy theorist. I personally, when somebody says that to me, I personally accept that as a compliment for lots of reasons. The main reason being is that here it is, 2023. What's that? 69 years later. 69 years later, this same manipulation tool is still working just how it was designed to work. Down there 70 years later. Right? Which proves a lot of stuff. One being how critical thinking has been completely phased out of our collective psyche, if you will. You know, hive mind collective. Y'all hear me say that a lot, right? So you know what I'm saying, man. We're gonna keep it going, man, for real. You know, Thursday night, ladies' night, as usual. It's been a while, a little second since I had a guest on here, but you know what I'm saying? I think it's only right, especially now, it's still being freshly the first week of the year. I think it'd be a good idea to have this show tonight because I know a lot of y'all chicks out there, y'all be sitting up there making them New Year's resolutions. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all be sitting up there making a list of what you're going to do and what you ain't going to do, especially when it comes to getting in that gym. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to changing up your eating habits and all of that. A lot of y'all doing that keto bullshit. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all better, hey, listen here, man. See, I challenge y'all to think critically, man. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Think when I say think critically, man, because a lot of y'all don't even know what I'm. You know, it'd be surprising how many people don't even know what critical thinking is. You know, right? But if y'all pay attention, critical thinking, like I said, it has been phased out. It's been literally grafted out damn near genetically, biologically. I would dare say, right? I would dare say that. You know, So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get to it today because Lacey, you know what I'm saying, she about to come on. You know what I mean? She done sit up there over a period of years, man. You understand what I'm saying? Over a period of years. You know what I mean? Totally, you know what I'm saying, changed eating habits, incorporating healthy eating and healthy, you know what I'm saying, like healthy eating habits and, you know what I mean, food and stuff like that. You know, incorporating, you know what I'm saying, health and wellness into your lifestyle, which I'm a huge advocate for. You understand what I'm saying, man? Huge advocate for. You hear me? I go to the gym 4 to 5 days a week. I came from the gym earlier today. You hear me? I'm up in there. And, you know, it's not so much as it like try to get buff or anything like that. I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder. It's just being healthy and being in shape, man, and being well. You hear me? And then along with that, the huge major part of that is what you eat, right? Like 80+% is your diet. Now, Uncle Diggit in the building was good. Now think about, right? Think about when it comes to eating, though. You feel me? We got to make sure when we eating the right stuff. But see, look how and here comes indoctrination. Look at how society is set up. Look at the structure of it. Right? We got food deserts. We have low income areas where we got nothing but stores selling processed food. They're passing zoning laws to where we can't even have gardens in our backyards if we own a property or even rent a property or even own a property. And this is all part of UN Agenda 2030 y'all be hearing me talk about. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get to it tonight. It's going to be a beautiful conversation, man. We got my girl Lacey coming on here, man. Health and wellness enthusiast. You hear me? And I will give her that title, Lacey. I see you smiling. That's a beautiful title, health and wellness enthusiast. Don't you agree, Lacey? And has been doing it for a number of years too, y'all. So this is why, and this is the reason why I want to have Lacey come on, because she has literally made this a part of her life for at least, I know personally, at least 20 years, Lacey. At least 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Lacey was a chunky girl in school. Lacey was a bit of a chunk monk when we was in middle school, right? And I remember when we got to high school in 9th grade, I almost did not recognize Lacey. Remember I said that to you back in the day? I almost didn't recognize her, right? And she's been maintaining this lifestyle since then. I would imagine heavy so that you've been doing within like the past maybe 10 or so years, Lacey. Give or take. You hear me? So it's an honor and a privilege. You understand me, y'all, man? I tell people, everybody who I bring up on here as a guest that I'm actually interviewing, you know what I'm saying? People, some of them are random people that I meet through however I meet them, but most of these people are going to be people that I know personally. Right? You hear me? Since childhood. And this is a beautiful thing. This is one of the reasons why I credit the platform, like I always say. It's just a beautiful thing to see people who I grew up with, children just grow up into be beautiful people, man, and doing great stuff, man. And some people don't even think that what they doing is all of that, but that's the reason why I created this platform to show people, like, some of y'all's doing great stuff and y'all don't even realize what y'all doing, for real, for real. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's up to a guy like me to shine that light on it. Yiddy! You understand me, man? So without further ado, we definitely about to bring my girl Lacey up in the building right now. Lacey.
Hey, how are you?
Y'all see Lacey? Lacey 40 plus years, about to be old in a second. You can still see her collarbone.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Purpose was good. You hear me? This is a mother or two right here, y'all. You hear me? Lacey, what's good with you?
Not much. I'm so happy to be on the show with you or your podcast with you. Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. I'm happy to have you on. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I created this platform For all of y'all, you dig. For all of y'all, you're all welcome. You got fat while we are. Nah, but this is my girl Lacey, man. Lacey, I've been knowing her since, like I said, middle school. You hear me? Like a lot of people y'all see come on here, I've known for a long time. And like I said, when we was in middle school, she was a little chunky monkey, but something happened to where she decided to get some exercise going on, some healthy eating habits, and incorporate that and completely change her the way she looked and her lifestyle. Because I know it's a lifestyle change. That's why I keep telling y'all, we just going to the gym just to like look at yourself in the mirror and take pictures for social engineering and try to holler at chicks or flirt with guys, man. Get up in there because, at this point, and I'm sure Lacey agree with this, this is something that I'm going to be doing probably for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm. And
like
that's
I'm
good.
I'm going to go to the gym a minimum, at least 4 to 5 days a week, every week. You hear me? 41 about to be on Sunday. 6'4", 223 pounds. Solid. You hear me, man? Yeah, man. Feel great, man. 41 years young. You understand me, man? Don't I just look so handsome? A lot of people don't even think I'm my age. All right? It's a beautiful thing. So, Lacey, man, it's not stop talking about me. We're going to get to you. So, I want you to sit up there, Lacey, man. I want you to sit up there and tell the people a little bit about yourself. Where you from. You ain't got to go into the deep annals of your childhood and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But, just give them a brief overview of who you are. You know what I'm saying? Where you from, you know what I mean? And at what point did you was motivated into just like realizing like, hold on, I got to change my, because we was young. We were kids. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on to talk about this too, because that's just right there. Because I remember we were children. Do you understand me, y'all? We was kids. And she's been maintaining this, like I said, 20 plus years, man. One of the main reasons why I want to have Lacey come on here too, because this is a lifestyle. You have to incorporate this into your life. You hear me? So just sit up there and give us a brief overview of all of that. Introduce us, tell us what motivated you into getting into this healthy lifestyle, incorporating it into your lifestyle, and especially because I'm pretty sure it's evolved as you grown, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I want you to go up there and just give us a brief overview of that real quick.
Sure. Okay. Well, again, my name is Elacia. Virgil knows me as Lacey. That was my nickname to close family and friends, and just a nickname I've had since growing up. And I actually met Virgil in 6th grade, middle school. And yes, I was chunky then. So we're almost going on about 29 years of knowing each other, Virgil. So close to 30 years, a very long time.
Beautiful.
So when I first met you, it was actually in gym class. And I remember speaking to me, being your Virgil self. And at the end of the conversation,
not my Virgil self.
your Virgil self. And at the end of the conversation, you said something like, with your cottage cheese thighs. And I was like, I never heard that term before you. And I just remember that was our meeting, cottage cheese thighs. But outside of that, even before 6th grade, I would say in 5th grade, I remember in one of our like health classes or something, they were weighing all the boys and girls to make sure they were within the weight limits or appropriate weights for our age limits. And I remember that I was like one of the only girls in the classroom whose weight was higher than all the other girls. And that's when I first felt that complex, like, okay, I'm heavier. I started feeling uncomfortable in my skin because I wasn't meeting the other health standards.
Right.
And then when we got to middle school, it was even more pronounced because not only was I starting to feel that awkwardness in my body, and I think middle school is just an awkward time for all kids. But when you're dealing also with your weight, and then kids are going to start calling it out by then, that's when I started feeling like, okay, well, maybe like I have a weight issue.
Right.
And also I could just feel it in my clothes, and I didn't feel comfortable in my skin.
Right.
So 6th grade year, I went through all that. And then my 7th grade year is when I actually started doing something about it. There was ESPN on cable. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
the channel ESPN. There was like exercise shows that would come on ESPN. One of them was Denise Austin, and the other one was Body by Vlad. He was like this foreign guy, and he would do exercises on there.
I remember that dude. Hey, we talking about back in the day because they definitely don't do this on ESPN no more.
I don't. Yeah, so that was my first like decision to just do two things. I decided to work out. I think it was like at least 3 days a week after school.
Right.
And then I started cutting back on the foods that I was eating. So cutting back on calories, because they said when I was researching like in encyclopedias, we didn't have the internet back then, but just TV and encyclopedia research, they say that, you know, fewer calories in is what's going to help you lose weight. So I did that consistently for like my 6th grade year. And it was actually my 8th grade year when I came back and I had lost, I want to say 20 pounds or so. And I was just super skinny, completely different. And then that's when my confidence started building up. So
that's when the
8th
boys
grade,
start taking a look at you.
I would say that was more so in high school. That's when the boys started like looking at me. So that started boosting my confidence too. And
Right.
then I started doing sports like drill team, track, and those kind of things to maintain my weight. But I wasn't necessarily eating the best kind of foods, because, you know, when you're in high school, you just want to eat processed foods, the chips, the candies, and stuff like that.
Right.
And that's when I noticed that my weight started to kind of come up a little bit, but I was still at a decent size. Coming college years, and that's when you start making the different decisions with drinking and eating whatever you want. My weight started kind of fluctuating then too. So that's when I started to get back into the gym, and not really making any changes to what I was eating, but just trying to stay consistent with my gym routine.
Right.
And then after that, joined the military. I joined the Army because I wanted to just like get a new experience. And I just felt like if I was on that consistent exercise routine of running and all the workouts that they would put you through in the military, that would kind of keep me in shape. So it's just been like, go ahead.
I said definitely.
It's just been a complex that I had like in my younger life, because that was still always in the back of my mind that I don't want to become the chunky girl again. So that stays with you for a while. And I think that was like my beginning motivation.
Right.
But I would say at some point in the military and after getting out of the military is when I started focusing more on holistic wellness and really paying attention to what it is that I put in my body. After having kids, especially because I don't want them to start off on a path that is unhealthy. So paying attention to the amount of sugars that I give them and the types of foods that I give them. When I was a stay-at-home mom, that was a little bit more easier to do like the typical homemade cooked meals for them at every meal. But then when I started working a full-time job, it wasn't as every day as I would like it to be. So now I'm trying to figure out a balance so that they're getting the things that they need, and my whole family is. So that was pretty much my journey from being the fat girl to maintaining a healthy lifestyle.
To being the fat kid, you know what I mean? It's all good. A lot of y'all was fat kids, man. But how many of y'all at a young age understood that this is not a path that you could continue to go on, especially if you want to be a wife and a mother and do other things in your life? Because, you know, as we see, a lot of people, especially that we've grown up with, they're gone. A lot of people I know are dead. They're dead, man, from health issues. A lot of people I know since I've been home too, gone out of here. Diabetes, bad livers, bad kidneys, renal dialysis. And when I was in the joint, I used to have to cook for the renal dialysis guy, and that sucks. And you know the worst part about it, Lacey? It's completely healable.
It is, but it's hard, I think, for a lot of people to break those habits. And I think sometimes when people go into trying to make a change in their health journey, they think that they just have to go in 100% and completely change their life right away. If they want to actually maintain it, just think about like one or two things that you can do consistently that you can build on so that you can make it a lifestyle change.
Right.
And
Now,
that's kind of what's been easiest for me.
right now, that's a perfect segue to what I was about to ask you too. So, once you sit up there, tell us like, as you began on this journey, especially as a younger lady, you know what I mean? In what ways, as far as the eating habits, because you know what I'm saying, the gym is just, I gotta say, for the lack of a better term, like, that's the easy part.
It is.
You feel me? I want, because like I said, I've been knowing this girl a long time. I want to know, as a young lady, in your mind, you know what I'm saying, I come out the level of discipline I take. What ways, as a child, with the chips and all of that, in what ways was you able to like change up your diets to where you weren't consuming the bad food, and you was eating the right type of food? You know what I'm saying? Like, just go ahead, shine some light, or get some game on how you went about doing that in your food choices and stuff,
Yeah.
especially at school.
When I was younger, I wouldn't say that the food choices were always as healthy. It was just less.
Right.
So instead of just
Portion
going,
control.
yeah, that's basically what I did then, was portion control. It wasn't until an adult is when I started paying attention to the types of foods I
Right.
was consuming.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and skip. Let's go ahead and skip on up to that, and go ahead and talk to us about that. How you was able to incorporate, how you know, change your eating habits up.
Yeah. So the internet helps a lot, because YouTube really started getting popular by then. And I definitely made mistakes along the way. So looking at people who were vegan and did like these fruitarian diets, keto diets, just all like the extreme things, it's kind of like what helped me experiment to see what would be best for me. So I would try to go and do something like vegan and see, does this work?
Right.
No, being 100% vegan doesn't work for me, but know what? I was able to pick up more fruits and vegetables from that
Right.
lifestyle.
Right.
Trying keto. Does that work for me? No, I can't eat a whole bunch of meats and cheeses. It didn't feel right.
Right.
So, but I understood that, okay, protein is good for my body. So making sure that I incorporate that into my meals, but I don't need to overdo the protein.
Mm-hmm.
I think living in California helps a lot because you're around a lot of, well, at least where I lived in California, there was a lot of agricultural land, farmers markets, fresh food and vegetables, because, a lot of our food is getting shipped from California to the rest of the country.
Mm-hmm.
So being exposed to that and to a lot of health fanatics in California really helps me incorporate more fresh foods and vegetables. So it's really about just studying what it is that works best for you, because even certain fruits and vegetables and proteins might not necessarily work for you, but at least being open to trying different things. That was
Right.
another thing that I did a lot too, is when I go to the farmers markets and when I'm doing my research, learning about different fruits and vegetables, trying them and see if they're something that I would like to have outside of the average apple, banana, and the everyday things you would find in I don't want to say the name of the stores, but big consumer stores.
Right. Yeah, because them big consumer stores, they messing with the big enhanced food. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Got to box cleverly with your words, man. You know what I'm saying? My man, the foreign pretty boy in the building, man. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying, man? I don't be playing no games over here. The foreign, like, I'm about to be 41. Lacey, when you turn 41? Because we the same age. You was born in 82, right?
Yeah, June is when I
Okay, so
turn
her
41.
birthday's in June, a couple
Mm-hmm.
months from mine. So you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? 82, what it do? You hear me? You know what I'm talking about? A beautiful generation of children, you know what I'm saying, born in America and across the world. Everybody born in 82, man, you know what I'm saying? We represent, let me tell y'all, so I'm gonna take my glasses off, man. All of us born in 1982, I want y'all to realize something, man. Right? We are the last generation. Do you understand me? We are the last generation that knew what stuff was like before all of this stuff happened. I want y'all to understand how important that is, man. Right? We are the last generation that know what it was like before. We know about no internet being around. You understand we're the last generation that didn't grow up with this. You hear me? Before us, Gen X and all that, they didn't. You hear me? I want y'all to understand how important that is, man. You hear me? And that's why I talk about it so much, man. 82, what it do, man? You hear me? That's why our generation is so important. You know what I'm saying? So Lacey, man, when it comes to incorporating the discipline that it takes, especially as a young lady coming up, like I say, in high school, for instance, you know what I'm saying? You just did the portion control and all that. Now let's go on to college.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me? And you went to hold on, don't tell me you went to Franklin, right?
I did. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you went to Franklin, which is a very prestigious, low-key school in our city, man. It's private school. It's a private school, right?
Yeah, it is.
You have to pay like a lot of money to go there, man. You feel me?
I
But
had scholarship.
yeah, but see, Lacey, of course, you got a scholarship. Of course, you did. So let's go ahead and talk about those years, Lacey, and how you incorporated the things that you developed as far as portion control. And now that you on your own, and you living on your own, or whatever situation may be, you know, so or not so much as probably even living on your own, because I'm pretty sure you're still staying in some mom and dad house for a while or whatever. But you know, saying just being a little bit more independent as far as having control over what you eat. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and tell us just drop some game on how you was able to incorporate food choices at a young age to maintain that weight that you had lost and incorporate into your life.
Okay. So I did end up moving out when I was 20, and I had roommates at first, and then I moved in with my high school sweetheart after that.
Okay, so hold on, y'all was all living over there. What was that, man? Went over there by the Lennox or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember now, man.
Yes. Good times.
Great times.
Yeah, had good times then.
Right.
But I think then it was more about being able to cook for myself.
Right.
So I got to do a lot of that because I wasn't living in dorms. I was living in apartments. So, you know, having my own stove and refrigerator and all that stuff. And I was working, so I was able to buy my own food. Still wasn't the best choices then because that was the point in my life where I could drink. So there was some drinking there and some good times, but still a focus on exercise. That was the thing that was most consistent.
Right.
But that was it, just being able to make my own food choices and making sure that I was cooking for the majority of the time.
Right. Instead of eating a lot of fast food and all that type of stuff, try to make sure whenever you ate something was something you prepared yourself.
Right. And it was just cheaper that way for me to be able to cook myself.
Right. And you know what type of foods was what was the drop us little jewels on like what you at that age or at that time, what was some of the go-to foods, you know what I mean, that would contribute to maintaining the proper nutrition levels, you know what I'm saying, you need it, and all that.
Oh, just like the basics, fish and chicken with some vegetables. I always just try to pair proteins and vegetables, get fruits, and that was pretty much it. There wasn't anything really specific.
And still added with the portion control too.
Exactly.
Right. That's beautiful, man. See, and and it's good to incorporate this as young as possible. And I like how you said that, and I want you to speak on this too. How you said to you know what I'm saying, make sure you make these practices, you know what I'm saying, make sure you make this stuff a part of your life to the point to where when you have children, you can instill this knowledge into them so they can make the same, if not better choices when they come up. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to speak on that because, kids going to school or being around other kids, you know what I'm saying, candy, trick or treat, Halloween, and all that crazy parties at school where they're like, well, I don't know, now that I think about it, they don't even let the kids do that type of stuff anymore. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like the stuff they serve at school and all that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I know you, like you said, you was a stay-at-home mom for a while, so I want you to sit up there and talk about how it's important to learn these game on how to make good food choices, and as far as for your children too, so they can eat as healthy as they possibly can as well.
Yeah. Hold on, my son's calling. Just 1 second.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, we got real live moms in the building, y'all, man. Hit that like button. Y'all see it scrolling across the page, man. Listen, y'all need to go sign up for that Patreon, man. I'm telling y'all, man.
Okay.
About to delete a lot of this stuff out of here, man. A lot of
All
it,
right.
man. Go ahead, Lex.
So you can hear me?
Yeah, I say you got the floor.
All right. So what I first did, especially when when I found out I was pregnant, was think about some of the things that kind of got me to where I initially got when I was younger. And no fault to like my mom and my dad, they're wonderful people and they just were doing what they knew at that time. But I think a lot of what contributed to my weight gain is just processed foods, because foods and processed foods that you can give the kids because of a busy lifestyle. So that when I had my kids, I first wanted to like make all of their own baby food. That was one of the main things that I wanted to do, which I did, and make sure that I breastfed them. And as they got older, I really focused on trying to limit their processed foods and making their lunches and making them healthy dinners so that they're not eating things straight out of boxes all the time.
Right.
Uh,
Process.
yeah, that's the biggest thing right there. And also limiting their sweets in their junk food is another thing
Right.
that I do. So when they ask for certain things, I try to make it portion control. I don't want them to have like weird complexes about food, but I just try to really have them focus more on their fruits and vegetables and explain to them why I don't want them to eat so much junk all the time, or why I'm just giving a little bit of stuff. I don't want them to feel left out when they're doing things with their friends where they never get to have that kind of stuff, because I really think it's about balance. So just really teaching them ahead of time, like, this is why we're doing this, and this is why I'm giving you this, and having those conversations with the kids and making sure that I'm introducing them to new things and letting them pick out new things too when we go to the store. If
Right.
there's like a fruit or vegetable that they're interested in trying, buying that so that they can try it and not always reach for the quick, easy, unhealthy things.
And that's beautiful, man, because that's dope. Because, you know what I'm saying, when you instill that into your children, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, teach a child in the way they should go, man. I'm telling you, man, that's a fact, man. You hear me? The stuff that stick with you from when you were a child, man. And when they at school, you know what I'm saying, where other kids probably be having a certain type of snacks in their lunch, you know, your kids pulling out fruit, you know what I'm saying, nuts, you know what I'm saying, vegetables and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They like, and that could, you know what I'm saying, the more women who have this type of knowledge and are to some degree as much as they can, because we know, you know, we can't just all be, or all y'all can't just be stay-at-home moms all of a sudden. You know, and you know, some of y'all gonna have to work. Most of y'all gonna have to work. You hear me? But able to incorporate some type of healthy eating habits, you know what I'm saying, in the lifestyle, especially with the children, they can then take that to school and other children, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? It's like a domino effect though. That's why I think it's real important, you know what I'm saying, Lacey, and I'm pretty sure you can understand me on this. I think it's important, you know what I'm saying, for women to know this knowledge, because it's been something that I see like a lot, you know, I see a lot of fat kids. You hear me? See a lot of fat kids, man. Most of these fat kids are being raised, and this is not me pointing no fingers, y'all. We touch on real stuff over here. All that sentimental, you know, soft stuff out of here. We talking real talk over here, man. Most of these kids that I see are fat. They're probably being raised by their single mothers who are feeding them utter crap. I don't even understand. It's not even food. You hear me? And this is why all these kids are fat, because they're eating food bought from places like Family Dollar, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Walmart. You hear me, Crow? It don't matter where you go, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to get into this later too. And you know what I'm saying? I just think that the type of knowledge that Lacey has got for herself, learned herself, and, you know, basically downloaded. That's, you know, because that's what I do. I download a lot of stuff. You hear, incorporate them. And when I use the word download, I mean incorporate it to my life. Like I say, I go to the gym 4 or 5 days a week, man. That's like a part of my life. I do that. You hear me? You hear me, my man, man? Men in pursuit of purpose, man. Like, you have to make this stuff a part of your daily life, like how you get up and take your ass to your job or do whatever it is you do. Go to whatever it is you do. you have to make this as important as that. And Lacey, I want you to speak on that too. I want you to speak on how important it is to be consistent and to really, have the discipline to make sure you're incorporating this type of health and wellness lifestyle all around holistically into your life, especially as we get into our 40 plus years.
And I like how you said download, because I feel like when you have a consistent exercise and you're trying to incorporate healthier foods into your life, you start to, and I'm sorry, I'm about to get real woo-woo and spiritual on you, but
this is how we have real talk. It's called a Real Talk Podcast.
You start to really get more in touch with the things that you really want and need, and start eliminating things that aren't important and don't really contribute in your life. Right. So I think the consistency is important, not only if you want to, maintain or lose weight, maintain or keep a healthy lifestyle, but also just thinking about how you want to better your life. I think that's been another good thing that has come about from me being consistent in the exercise. Especially, I think in the last 2 or 3 years, I started doing a routine of getting up at 5 a.m. most days of the week to do my workout. And that's just because if I don't do it early in the morning, either at 5 or 8 a.m., then it's not going to get done. Mm-hmm. And I just noticed that when I was consistent with that, my income went up, my confidence went up, and just I have more of a happier, peaceful presence about myself. So I think those, just thinking about that, working out consistently and thinking about how it can change your life in that way is definitely another benefit.
Right. Lance Parker in the building. What's good? Hey, now Lacey, listen here. I get up at 4:15 at least Monday through Friday. Right.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying? But my hours is about to change because I'm about to start working third shift at my job, because it's more money, more hours if I need or want, and less responsibility.
How's that going to affect your podcasting?
Exactly. So this is why I wanted to talk about this, and this is a perfect time. We sitting right here. This is a perfect question for you to ask me. I knew Lacey was going to ask me a question, but I didn't think that was going to be the question to ask me. That's a good question. So y'all, starting this Monday coming up, Monday through Friday, we're going to be going in from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Sundays, we're going to be going in from 7 to 9 p.m. as well. So basically, Sunday through Saturday, starting this Monday coming up, right? We're going to be going in from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. because I changed my shift up, right? And y'all never know. I might hit y'all with an impromptu in the morning session as well, because I'll be up. You hear me? No sleep. And also, this is what I wanted to speak on too, Lacey. I wanted to say to you. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Getting up early. Mm-hmm. You realize how much sleep you actually do not need.
I still need my sleep. I appreciate getting
we
good
still all need our sleep. But do you need 8 hours of sleep like we have been indoctrinated to accept and believe we need 8 hours to sleep? That's like a long time to be sleep to me, man. 8
I'm
hours.
Okay with 8 hours of sleep. Like, if not
that
8 hours,
then of the day.
Then if not 8 hours, then I need to get my naps in the middle of the day. That's me. That's how my body functions.
8 hours is a third of the day. Now you multiply that times 12, then times, and so on. Now let me tell you, this is what I'm saying. The reason why I said that though, because I realized when I start incorporating regular workout exercise regimen and really watching what I'm eating and watching my portions and all that stuff, which is why I maintain my weight. I am, since I've been home, my weight fluctuate between like 219 and 223. You hear me? I'm 6'4". I'll be 41 on Sunday. You hear me? You know what I mean? I went to the doctor. As a matter of fact, my appointment is coming up here in March. You know what I'm saying? Go get my checkup. I'm good to go. You hear me? Great. Everything's running right. You hear me? You know what I'm talking about? And plus, when you feel good, you know what I'm saying? you know, see, a lot of y'all running around here and y'all got aches and pains that y'all been having for a certain amount of time. Y'all want to go to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? One thing I'll say, when you is living healthy and eating, not even like super, super healthy, but eating moderately clean and watching your portions and incorporating that with working out regularly, you know what I'm saying? You notice, like, you know what I'm saying, how, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, you don't really be tired like that. You got a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? You could get up earlier. You notice Lacey said when she got up earlier, her finances increased. Rich people who own these corporations, they get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. They're up at it. Some of these guys don't go to bed till like 10 o'clock that night, maybe even 11. You hear me? So you got, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Living this healthy lifestyle, incorporate some type of regular workout regimen, watch what you eat, is very beneficial for you, man. Yeah.
Definitely increases the energy and creativity. Yeah,
Right.
but I still enjoy a good 8 hour sleep, or at least a nap in the middle of the day if I can get one.
Yeah, that's probably, it might be different for us men though, because I'm telling you right now, man, I can't even remember the last time I slept for 8 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Or even on a broken up side like that, like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's just something that I found that you know what I mean, don't get me wrong, I take naps and stuff like that too though when I can, you know what I'm saying? But I'm so busy to the point to where you know what I mean, I don't even want to think about sleeping that long. You feel me?
All right, Mr.
But you
Busy.
definitely need your rest though. Get your rest.
Yes.
Listen, get your rest. You need your rest. You hear me? It's the reason why we go to sleep. You feel me?
And
That's
even those rest days in between your workouts too.
yeah,
Like if you
exactly.
go for so many days, because that's how your
Right,
body repairs itself and changes.
exactly. That's why I go 4. And when I say 4 to 5 days, them 4 days is when I actually work out, like lifting weights and stuff. On that 5th day, I might go to the gym. I might go just sit in the sauna. You understand what I'm saying? I might just go do some cardio. I might just go sit in a hot tub or whatever. Like I might not necessarily just like really work out. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? So that's that. You know what I mean? Like I said, you gotta figure out what works for you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I know that's something that you then discover for yourself, you know what I'm saying, over the years, like you just said earlier, to just figuring out what works for you, you know what I'm saying, that you can actually do, that you know you're going to do and on a consistent basis. But think about this for life, man. You hear
And it
me?
doesn't have to be so like routine in a gym. Like if you like to dance, go to your dance classes or go dancing several times a week. If you like to hike, make sure you're getting your hiking in. So not all people are into the gym thing. I do my workouts at home because I can get it in, get it out, take my shower, start my day. Just
Right.
like find the thing that makes you happy and that you can do consistently.
Yeah, my man Uncle Diggity, that's a hell of a shift right there, brother. You
It's
hear
6
me?
a.m. Um,
That's a
that is
hell
a
of a
long
shift
day.
there. And then men pursue the purpose always going. The body gets the most REM sleep between 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. and sleep starts between 11 p.m. to 12. Yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? But one thing you know what I'm saying? My man Nas said this, man, and I swear, man, you hear me? Nas said, I never sleep, because sleep is the cousin of death. You hear me? But understand what he meant when he says a lot of difference between getting your sleep and getting your rest. Let me back that up because I know some of y'all ain't hear what I just said, man. I'm a DJ, I'm a cut master. See that joint again, man. It's the difference between getting sleep and you getting your rest. You hear me? How many of y'all, when y'all go to sleep, are actually getting good rest? How many of y'all go to sleep for 4, 5, 6 hours? How many hours and still wake up and feel tired? You know, still feel sleepy. You're groggy, hard to get up out of bed. When my alarm goes off at 4:15, I'm up, and when I'm up, I'm up. You hear me? And it's a beautiful feeling, man. So, Lacey, man, I want you to go ahead and tell them, because I man, I don't know too many chicks who can get up that early in the morning, man. You know what I'm talking about, on a consistent basis, man. You know what I'm talking about. I want you to sit up here and explain to us how you incorporated that discipline into your workout and your lifestyle regimen, man, and really go in a little bit and drop some game on how that was beneficial to you specifically, if you can. Not too much deep in if you really don't want to, but just overview of how that helped you to create increase your finances by incorporating this waking up early and working out early in the day.
All right. I think the military probably instilled it in me at first to get up that early.
Right.
When I got out of the military, I kind of rebelled against it and I wouldn't get up that early for a very long time, for a couple of years. And then I started thinking about, yeah, like I was just rebelling against all kind of military things when I got out. But that was one thing actually that was really good that I reincorporated into my life, because I noticed when I didn't have that consistent routine, especially not getting up earlier in the day, that my moods were kind of shifty. I would just not be sad, or I would be sad and not confident in myself. So I kept visualizing, like, what would my life look like if I got up that. I did that for a few months until I actually started doing it. And when I started getting up at 5 o'clock, I noticed that just the quietness around me helped me to really think and focus on the things that I wanted, and started taking action on those things. Like just having those couple of extra hours at the beginning of the day, I just made space for that because it gave me kind of like creativity and clarity and just able to take action. So those were like the things that came about of getting up that early, because you pretty much accomplished the hardest thing in your day right there in the morning.
Right.
And as far as how it went into my finances, is because not only am I getting that exercise time, I'm also, again, meditating, thinking about, okay, what is it that I want next? Writing that stuff down and taking action on it early in the morning, so that, again, the hardest thing is done in the day. And when I did that, that's when, like, I think it, again, boosts your confidence. And then you start speaking to the right people that you need to speak to, putting information out there about what it is that you want. And then you just kind of attract it to you. And that's how my money basically went up.
That's automatic. Now, another thing about getting up in the early, right? You know what I mean? You get up early. You notice that Lacey said it's quiet. You know, everything's settled down. Most people are asleep. You know, it's real quiet and somber. You know what I mean? It's time for you to, at that point early in the day, you know what I'm saying, you can really tune in to your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? You can really, like, as a lot of y'all be saying, but in the way y'all saying that, y'all don't understand that it's some more inverted stuff, but in its original form, so to speak. You know what I mean? You know, you can, like, manifest things. You hear me? You can this is the best, it's the peak operating time at its purest, most optimal level of your brain, in sync with your heart and everything else. Your human magnetic field between the hours of like 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. are at such a state to where you can really tap into your inner power. You understand what I'm talking to y'all right now, man? This ain't no chakras. This ain't no yoga bullshit. This is real talk, man. You hear me? You hear me? And I want to speak on that too, though, man. Like, cause yeah, I'm gonna ask about that. We got T Dortch in the building. What's good, girl? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the house is quiet. I know, Lacey, the house is quiet. You can hear nature outside. You can really tap in and tune in. It's pure. You know, you drink a cup of water. Really, mostly all I drink.
I got my water over here too.
Drink your water.
Got my water bottle here too.
Yes, and you got to tap in and make this stuff a part. Like I say, man, we 40 plus years young, right? For every 75 pounds you weigh, you should be drinking a gallon of water. All right. I weigh 223 pounds. I've been keeping that consistent for a long time. You hear me? No, I'm not drinking no 3 gallons of water a day because you'd be pissing like a goddamn race horse. But I definitely do 1 to maybe 2 sometimes a day. That's why my skin is so beautiful. I don't really have too many blemishes. You understand what I'm saying, man? That's why my energy is up. This is why when I was on parole, I never dropped dirty. And I've been smoking since I came home. You understand what I'm saying, man?
I don't understand that one, but okay.
You know what I'm talking about, man? Not one dirty, man. You hear me? Not one. You know what I'm saying? When you go to the gym, make sure you drink your water and make sure you get your ass in that sauna. The sauna does beautiful things for your skin and your energy levels. Trust me, I'm telling you, man. You hear me? So we got Lacey, aka Lacey, in the building. You know what I'm saying? We are here chopping it up, dropping game on this health and wellness, incorporating into your life. You know what I'm saying? Holistically. HOLISTICALLY, not WHOLLISTICALLY. Y'all know the difference? Lacey, you know the difference between the two?
No, why don't you break that down for us, Virgil?
Right? Holistically. LaQuay, baby, what's good? It's right. I can't agree. When I go to sleep, I go to the sleep of the ocean sounds or the sound of water in the form of rain falling on the ground. So relaxing. The difference between holistically with a W and holistically with an H. Just look up the two words, right? Whole with a W is like entirety. The total sum of, right? But with an H, holistically, root word holy, right, is on a whole another level. Did y'all peep that and Tonda right there? Y'all even peep that, did y'all? You hear me? That's when you got a nice command of the language. You know what I'm talking about? So that, you know what I mean? When you think about holistically in the way that Lacey is talking about it, we're not even talking about holistically as entirety, a sum of, but we're also talking about the context therein, right? Because you can have a whole sum of some bullshit, right? Processed food, right? Water from out of this faucet, you know what I'm talking about? Not going to the gym. You could be do a total sum of all of that. You know what I mean? But when you're doing it holistically with an H, that means you're doing a total sum and you're watching what you're eating. You feel me? You're watching your portions. You're doing it within balance. You hear me? In equilibrium. Y'all should go check that movie out with your body and everything that makes up who you are. Not what you are, who you are. Mm-hmm. Right? Because it's a big difference. Now, how many of y'all know the difference between who you are and what you are? Did you know that there was such a thing? Right? Have you ever thought about that? And these are the things that when you get up early in the morning, you know what I'm talking about? What y'all know about that song? I feel like playing that song, but I'm going to fall back on playing music and clips because I got an email from YouTube or from Google today saying you got to relax on the copyright stuff, man. So, you know, see how the censorship is on here, man. So that's the difference between holistically and holistically. You hear me? You gotta know the difference. That's why I tell y'all to study etymology. So y'all can know these words when y'all hear them, man. You hear me? Yeah, you already know, men in pursuit of purpose, man. Yeah, the naturopathic practitioners, man. You know what I mean? Now, Lacey.
Yeah.
As far as exercise goes, like physical exercise, which is, you know, I guess we could say, I heard somebody say earlier, 80-20. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So the 20% that you do in your physical exercise, what are some of the best exercises, techniques, you know what I'm saying, procedures, whatever you want to call them, that you have incorporated in your life as a mother, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Especially to help you keep them pounds off, stay slim and trim, keep them collarbones showing, keep that skin glowing. You know what I'm talking about?
Was a mother, especially a 40-year-old woman, I think it's important to incorporate weight training. That's been the most important thing that I've incorporated over the last couple of years,
Right.
because cardio is great and I still do some of that too, but I feel like cardio doesn't give you a shape. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like your skin, your blob, that's it. But when you incorporate those weights, it gives you more like shapely, nice bottom,
Y'all see how
nice
Lacey started
arms.
doing that right there, like she cha-cha over there and something.
That's what you get when you lift those weights. So I think
Right.
that's more of what I started incorporating over the last few years and really seeing the benefits of that, because I like looking at my
Mm-hmm.
arms and be like, oh, okay, you got a nice little bicep there. Okay, triceps come through. And when I'm in the mirror doing like nice body rolls, when I'm looking at my backside, you're seeing it like perk up more. So
Right.
those are the things that are nice about weight training. And then I do need to incorporate more cardio. I want to say at least 2 days a week, just so that
Mm-hmm.
you can really push that fat off and the muscles can really come through.
Right, right. Because the muscle, you want to build muscle. It's
Mhm.
important to build muscle.
Mhm.
Especially, and even as a woman, I would say even more important. If you want your booty to look nice, if you want your breasts to be nice and not looking like Chantel be saying, you suck it to you suck it to. Oh man, I'll be weak when I hear that girl say that, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to have your body looking nice. Listen, Lacey's 40 plus years young, man. You hear me? If y'all girls want to look good, you got to watch what you eat, right? You got to watch how much you eat, when you eat it, and you got to get your ass in the gym, man. Flat out. There's no other way around it, man. And if you incorporate that as a young girl in your life and stick to it, when you get 40 plus years old, you'll be beautiful. Your skin will be beautiful. And then don't believe y'all black girls, especially, don't believe that black don't crack. Black cracks the fuck up. I'm telling you right now, that shit look terrible. You hear me? Especially when you don't take care of it. It's definitely gonna crack if you don't take care of it. But if you take care of your black, you hear me? You'll be 40 plus years young. You know what I'm saying? Your collarbone showing. You know what I'm saying? You're nice and shapely, like how a woman your age is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? You're fit, you're strong. You know what I'm talking about? Your hair and skin is beautiful. You know what I'm talking about? You don't even need no makeup, as y'all see with my girl Lacey. Not one bit of makeup on her face that I can see anyway.
No, there's no makeup on.
Zero makeup. You hear me? Think about that, y'all, man. Think about that. You hear me? So, you know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing, man. And this is another reason why I want to have Lacey come on here. You know what I'm saying? Because she's been doing this for a long time. And she's a pure example of what the results will be when you incorporate a healthy lifestyle in your life for the rest of your life, basically. Even as a mother. Now, when you were pregnant, I'm not going to say which one, but as a whole, you hear me? Being pregnant and still incorporating eating healthily. So the kids get the right nutrients in the system in your belly, and as far as working out too. Go ahead and drop some game, Lacey, on how you was able to still maintain that as you were carrying.
So then I was definitely thinking about, like, it's not just about me. I'm carrying another person inside of me. So
Right,
I
right.
think I was even more conscious about
More
what
on
it
it,
was,
huh?
yeah, what I was eating. I didn't go too strenuous on the workouts. I just made sure I walked on a consistent basis so that I can at least get some kind of exercise in, because I guess especially with the first one, I was nervous, like, I don't want to hurt the baby, so I don't want to go too crazy with what I'm doing. So just making sure, again, maintaining mostly whole foods is what I did when I was pregnant with my kids, and making sure that I was on a basis.
Hold on, say that again, Lacey, because the screen froze up a little bit.
Oh, I was saying that when I was pregnant, I made sure that I ate a majority of whole foods and
Mm-hmm.
walked on a consistent basis. And I do
Exactly.
remember I did on the second pregnancy, I did go to the gym and did a little bit of weights, but nothing too heavy.
Right, right,
Mhm.
right. Just something, just to get your body going. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And like I said, just that alone right there, man. You know what I mean? And this is what I'm saying, y'all, man. This is how important this is, because you know what I'm saying, you get older And and we still young, man. Don't even 41 is young.
Yeah, it is still young.
41 is very young, but I know a lot of people my age, especially people I grew up with, who have health issues. I'm talking about like high blood pressure. I'm talking about, like I say, kidney issues. I'm talking about all type of issues, man. You know what I'm saying? And when I had conversations with some of them, I asked them, when you drink water, what type of food? Do you go to the gym? You work out or anything like that? No. Like, you smoke, you drink, you work hours. Yeah, man. You got to balance that thing out, man. And then as far as being a mother carrying children too, though, man, that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's very important, I think, you know what I'm saying? And like, I always thought too, like, I would think that you would be super on it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would be super on it when you is pregnant, you know what I mean? You carrying the baby in your stomach, you know what I mean? You want to be more conscious about what you put in your body, because of course, whatever you put in your body, you know what I'm saying, naturally, the baby's gonna be subject to, you know what I'm saying? And that goes to thoughts and all that too. And Lacey, I want you to speak on this. Right.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because you're going through so many changes hormonally when
Right.
you're pregnant with your child, you definitely want to make sure that you're maintaining like positive thoughts, positive people around you. Um, what you watch on TV, on social media, make sure that that's maintaining positiveness around it, because that's transferring over to the baby. Like they can feel that energy that you have when you're stressed. The baby can feel that when you're upset. The baby can feel that. So that's why it's trying to keep yourself in a well maintained, balanced, happy, if possible, spirit. Then make sure that you're ingesting all those things into you through visuals, through the things that you're thinking, through the things that you're saying to yourself.
Right. Right. And so that segue into another thing too, because them positive affirmations, man. You know what I mean? I know when the y'all hear that term, if y'all familiar with it, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all be thinking of some because I'm gonna tell you what I be thinking about when I hear it sometimes in the aspect of what I know people be interpreting it. So I think about on Saturday Night Live back in the day, Lacey, when your boy he's the senator or some state right now. What's his name, man? Al Franken, right? Remember he used to do the character, because I'm good enough and I'm smart enough.
Oh yeah,
Got started. People like me.
Yeah, I remember that. But that's, even though it seems corny and silly, but like that's true. You got to speak to yourself that way.
You gotta tell yourself them positive affirmations, preferably looking in the mirror.
Mhm.
You hear me? Preferably. One of the ways I taught myself how to become a good public speaker is to look at myself while I'm talking in the mirror. As a young boy, I used to do that. My mom used to come in the bathroom like, "What the hell is you doing?"
Really, I thought you were just like blessed with the gift of gab because
No,
you
I
would
mean
be
I was
gabby.
blessed with the gift of gab, but to enhance that gift of gab, that's the type of stuff I used to do.
Got you.
Right?
Okay.
You hear me? That's just
So
the stuff I used to do. And my mom would come in the bathroom like, "Well, what's wrong with you?" Like, "Oh no, I'm just practicing."
that's
Practice.
really, so even as a young age you did that. Wow.
Yeah.
And what were you saying to yourself? Were you
Like,
just like
I'm not just
practicing?
making that up.
Mhm.
I'm not just making that up.
I
Don't make me
believe
call
it.
my mom up on the phone, man.
I
You
believe
know?
you. But like, what were you doing? Were you practicing for like one day you're gonna be on a talk show, or just accepting awards?
I just always knew as a kid that I was gonna be doing something that had something with me, like what I'm doing right now. How about that?
Yeah.
How
Okay, that
about
makes
that?
sense.
If that's a good enough answer for you.
So you visualized it and you practiced for it, and here you are. And
There it
then
is right there. You
this is
hear
only
me?
a stepping stone of greater things to come.
Exactly. Beautiful. Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. You hear me?
Mhm.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, or always say, this is why I created this platform too. And this is a good, perfect time to be doing it, especially as far as me. You hear what I'm saying? And this is why I created it, because You know what I mean? Especially in times we coming in now, we dealing with, like I said, we dealing with food shortages. We're dealing with heavy, enhanced food. You hear me? We're being this is the reason why I like this too, because it's not so much as see, I don't think about it as mental gymnastics in this aspect. I think of it as intellectually jousting with the unintelligent artificial intelligence. You know what I mean? I make it low that it cannot outthink me. You hear me? Another topic for another day, man. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean? You got to incorporate these things, man. You know what I'm saying? It starts off as a young person, man. When you get young, when you're a young boy, young woman, young girl, you hear me? Lacey realized when she was in middle school, man, she's like, hold on, man, And then when he got into high school, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I see. Not only just do whatever, but, realizing even as a young lady how important it is to focus and, keep in mind that you got to stay healthy. You feel me? Especially when you can remember being unhealthy and fat and how
and
difficult it was.
uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable feeling. And then
Right.
as you get older, it's not only about the discomfort, it's about like this is really going to affect your health. And if you want to
Yes.
be around for the people that you love, if you like moving around, traveling, those are things that you got to think about for reasons to maintain a healthy lifestyle.
Right, let's read what my boy Deformed Pretty Boy said, man. I always tell clients when you go put gas in your car, do you just pull up to a tank that just says gas? You look for a type, right? Why wouldn't you do that with food? Exactly.
Yeah.
That's good game right there, man. And my man Blade Monger say, you know what I'm talking about? It's important to be blessed with the gift of discernment. Yes. You hear me? And I know a lot of people might think I'm being arrogant or bragging when I say what I say, but I don't care. You feel me? I've been blessed with a very, very keen sense of discernment. You hear me? I realized this when I was a young boy. You know what I'm talking about? Which is why I used to practice talking in the mirror. Y'all see how I connected that for y'all? Huh? See how I connected that up for y'all? Everything happens for a reason, man. You feel me? You just gotta be able to figure out what the reason is. You need. We got Lacey in the building, man. You know what I'm talking about? We got all the brethren and sisters in the building, man. All y'all in the clouds watching, man. Hit that like button. Man, y'all need to go subscribe to that Patreon. I keep telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all, I'm about to do a huge purge, man. You know what I'm talking about? Now, I was supposed to do it this weekend, but I forgot it was my birthday weekend, so now I got to do it next weekend. See, I'll be busy, man. You feel me?
Have you
I need to.
decided what you're doing for your birthday?
I was going to go out of town, but you know what I mean? Things didn't go through. So now I'm just here in the city. So I'm probably just going to just hang out,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to probably go try my luck. That's really what I'm on 9 times. I ain't going to tell you that. What I am going to do is I'm going to go try my luck at the casino. Because last year on my birthday, I didn't get to go to the casino because that's what I was wanting to do, but I got too smacked. And on the way to the casino, I had to turn around because I was too buttered. And I'm not going to let that happen this year. You hear me?
But was it still a good birthday? Buttered
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all.
Yeah, it was great. It was truly great. It was epic. You feel me? Yeah, though, man. But exactly. And and this is something I want to ask you too. Now, as far as all of this stuff, you know what I'm saying, and balancing it all out, you know what I mean? I want you to tell us, not I don't want to say just focus on the benefits of it, man, but you know, when it comes to balancing all of this stuff, you know what I'm saying, being a mom, you know what I'm saying, working, you know what I mean, um,
A wife.
incorporating, yeah, being a wife, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. Like I said, Lacey's definitely married. Being a wife, being a mother, basically being in control of what the household and the family is eating and all that type of stuff, and balancing all of that out. I want you to sit up there and explain to us, drop some game on us, on, you know what I'm saying, how to best go about doing that from your personal experience.
My weeks and days go easiest when I plan at the beginning of the week. Like on
Right.
Sunday, if I plan what I want to cook for the family during that week, making sure that I go to stores that aren't too distracting, like the big box stores where you have everything to choose from: clothes, food, electronics. I
Mm-hmm.
personally like to go to Aldi. That's one of my favorite places to shop because it's
Also,
budget friendly, and also it's just focused on foods, and you just
and
get
they
the
got
simple.
great products. Oh my
They
God.
do
Awesome
good
products.
products, good prices. Aldi's one of my favorite places to go to
Foreign
shop.
products from overseas that don't got a lot of GMO in them.
So planning, making sure that you go to a place that you can just stay focused on your plan. Grocery store list are another thing that always helped me out. And trying to, for most days of the week, making sure that my kids have a good breakfast so they can have a good foundation to the start of their day.
Right. Now that's important right there. That's very important right there. And as far as the breakfast go, right? Sit up there and drop some game on feeding the youngins, man. What
Mhm.
have you over the years of being a mother? What have you come to find is the best foods for children? I'm pretty sure it'll be the same for all children. What you have found to be the best foods to feed them in the early day to get them started nutritionally?
So kids are going to be picking regardless of how you try to give them good nutrition. So I
Right,
found that incorporating green smoothies is something that really has been helpful so that they can get their fruits and their vegetables at the beginning of the day.
mm-hmm.
Um, any time that I can just do again something that's not as processed for the kids, like I don't, instead of doing Egos from a box, making my own waffles at home.
Right,
Um, I try to experiment with making my own cereals so that they don't have to eat like box cereals all the time.
right,
Just really doing a lot of experimenting with whole foods to try to replace the things that are quick and processed from the grocery store.
right, right. And y'all hear my man Red. Shout out to my brother Red Supreme TV1, TV2, and shout out to my brother, man. Y'all hear my brother Red talk about this all the time, man. How important it is that you guys pick a woman, man, that knows this type of stuff, man. You want to be watching and presiding over your children. You want to make sure she feeding your kids. You know, see girls out here be having kids and don't even know how to feed your kids right and wonder why they terrible. You hear me? Why they're ill behaved, ill mannered, can't comprehend, they still get in trouble at school. Major reason because of that, because they ain't eating right. You hear me? My brother Red touched on that a lot too. And he said, "Can't you girls don't even know how to make a healthy meal? Make a nigga a dinner made out of box stuff from fucking Walmart, box macaroni teas. You hear me? Goddamn it, green beans out of goddamn can. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Make a brother a healthy meal, man. You know what I'm saying? Some lentils or something like that, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, man, some navies and kidneys or something. You hear me? You know what I'm talking about, Lacey, man?
Yeah, I like the green split lentils. Yes.
Yeah, you feel me? You know what I'm talking about, man? You know what I mean? Y'all here, man. Listen, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. So you know what I mean? It's very important, man. Very important to incorporate a healthy lifestyle, not only just so you can be healthy, but for your family can be healthy
Yeah.
as well, man. Especially the children. Now you're saying, because you notice the difference, and I'm pretty sure you've seen this. Like you notice the difference in between the kids. You can tell kids who haven't had something real good to eat. You know what I'm saying? Between kids who haven't, when you take your children to school, I know it's something I've noticed. Right? You
I
know.
noticed that, but just also I look at some of the kids' environments and the way that they're being spoken to and
Right.
treated. But that's a whole different story for
That's
another
yeah, that's a whole
time.
different show. We might have to have that on a whole nother show because that's a whole different show right there.
Mhm.
You feel me? I mean, not really, but it's a different aspect of what we're talking about right now. That
Yeah.
can be another show. How about that? You feel me? So you know what I mean? It's very important, you know what I'm saying, to like I say, to make sure we incorporate healthy, you know what I'm saying, lifestyle practices into our life. I'm talking about eating. I'm talking about physically with the workouts and exercising. I'm talking about mentally, spiritually, you know what I'm saying? To some degree emotionally. You hear me? You know what I
You
mean?
know how
Not
you
not
love the emotions.
yeah, not too much. You feel me? But balancing it all. This is what it's about. Like, it's about balancing it all.
Hmm.
You hear me? You don't want to put too much into something thing. Too much of anything in this reality is not a good thing. You hear me? Even too much positivity. Mm, right? Did y'all hear what I just said, man? It has to be balanced. You feel me? Got to be in perfect balance, man. You know what I'm talking about? And in order to do that, man, it comes with discipline. You know what I mean? So y'all know, in order for this young lady right here to maintain what she's been maintaining for that many years, you know, that takes discipline. You know what I'm saying? So, Lacey, I want you to sit here and tell these ladies, man, not only how important it is, but you know, maybe drop some game on how they could you know what I'm saying, you know, incorporate some discipline in their lives, man. You know what I'm saying? Tell some things that you really have to put effort and energy into as a woman to get this level of discipline to where you can incorporate these practices in your life for the rest of your life.
I would say definitely find something that you enjoy doing. Um,
Right.
but just like we said earlier, because that is what's going to keep you consistent in what you're doing, and setting a goal of at least doing that thing, I want to say 2 to 3 days a week, and noticing
Right.
how that makes a difference for you. Because once you start feeling that energy level increase, your confidence, just feeling happier, then you can start building from there. So the first two things is finding what you like and commit to at least 2 to 3 days a week to doing that so that you can build off of that.
Right. And I totally agree with that. Like I say, and you know, for us men, I'm gonna tell y'all what helped for me, man. I write things down.
Mhm.
You hear me? Like, like I literally write things down. You hear me? And I'm grabbing my notebook to show y'all that I keep one of these here because I write this, and I'm just write down stuff I think about so I don't forget it. I mean, I might, it'd be anything. It'd be an idea for a show, something that you know just pop in my head that I want to go research, man. Maybe a nice little catchy saying or phrase or something, slogan or something like that. Just whatever comes to my mind, man. You know, say I write things down. You know what I'm saying? I learned that from my homie Fridge. He was on the show a couple months ago. You hear me? I learned that from him. He was, you know what I'm saying? He put me up on game about that. How to when you write things down, you kind of, you know what I'm saying? You that's kind of like bringing it into fruition that much more. It makes it tangible.
I definitely have my fair share of journals and notebooks around the house. I like to keep one in my bedroom. So if I wake up in the middle of the night and have an idea, then I can hurry up and write it down. So
Exactly. And
I'm definitely there with you on that.
yeah, I'm the same way. I've been like that since a young boy too. You know what I'm saying? Because I just be having thoughts in my head, and I be saying some. And you know, I'm a charismatic, magnetic guy and a creative guy. I come up with this stuff all the time, man. I just be laying in my sleep, and I just think of something. I just get up and write it down. You hear me? It's a beautiful thing, though. And then when just think about when you get up early in the day, right? 4:15 in the morning. You ahead of a lot of people, man. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? And you got to take advantage of that stuff. And you see what can happen as a result of taking advantage of it. It's naturally going to increase your ability to earn. You hear me?
Oh, and another thing I forgot to ask. So I have like a group chat with some family members that
Right.
are into maintaining a healthy lifestyle. So if you can surround yourself with people like that, You
Right.
check in with each other so that you can keep yourself accountable. That's
Right.
another good thing to do too.
Right. That's dope right there. That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
See, take advantage of listen, and also with that, take advantage of the technology as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the technology becomes useful. You hear me? It has an actual benefit for you. Get you a circle of people who are like-minded, and you know what I'm saying. So y'all holding each other accountable. You know what I'm saying. We went in the gym. We ate this. You know what I'm saying. I found out that if you eat this like this and this, just sharing it
Yeah.
and just sharing the information. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
That's how, you know what I'm saying, we keep it generational. That's how the kids pick it up. You know what I'm saying? And they teach it to their kids and so on and so on. Because I'm telling y'all, man, y'all heard me when we did the show a couple weeks ago, and I was telling y'all about what they doing to this food, man. And I said, we can't even call this stuff food, man. It's an insult to call this stuff food, man.
Yeah, it's really even sad when you go to the grocery store and things that are supposed to be healthy just look really mutated. Like, have you seen some of the apples in the store? They're like as big as your head. And I'm like, this isn't right. There's something wrong with this.
We got
So
my
just
brother, Mr. Pringles, the barber, in the building. What it do, man? Listen, so y'all see how I look right now, right? You feel me? My brother, Mr. Pringles, the barber, gonna get me all the way together in the morning. I look handsome and debonair now, but I'm gonna be looking extra handsome and debonair this time tomorrow because my brother, Mr. Pringles, the barber, you know what I'm saying, barber extraordinaire, always cut, you know what I'm talking about? He is him, not them. You know what I'm talking about? Go subscribe to my brother right now, man, over there on YouTube, man. You know what I'm saying? One of the coldest barbers in the city in the Midwest region, if you ask me, man. You know what I'm talking about? Gonna have me looking real nice and debonair tomorrow. You know what I'm talking about? You understand me? You know what I'm saying about? Ah, yeah, man. Y'all go subscribe to that Patreon, man. You hear me? Trying to sit here trying to tell y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll be getting y'all's emails and stuff. Man, I'm gonna take a lot of that stuff down, man. YouTube starting to get on my goddamn nerves like Facebook, man. You hear me? One of y'all smart, genius, young dudes create a new platform for us so we can use this totally free speech. We can say whatever the hell we want. And when somebody say some crazy shit, you know, we got laws and shit in place for all that, man. None of that flag. And we probably create a platform where you cannot flag nobody. You cannot report nobody. Huh? We don't give a damn about no copyright infringement and all of that. As long as you ain't using nobody's shit to make some money or something, you got to cut them in if he is. You hear me? That's one of y'all smart guys or smart chicks create some shit like that, man. Right? If you do stuff like that, hit me up on the email. You can come on the show and talk about it. Jonathan Coleman, what's good, man? You hear me? Hit me on the email, you young, innovative, intelligent. I'm not gonna call y'all geniuses because that's that's demon time. You hear me? Infinite minded, like my man Sinful the P used to say, rest in the essence to Sinful the P. Infinite minded young women and men out there. You know what I'm saying? Hit me in the email, man. You come on the show and talk about those innovative ideas you got, man. Some of y'all's intelligent beyond y'all's own over inner out understanding. You hear me? You know what I'm talking about? We got Lacey in the building, health and wellness, holistic extraordinaire enthusiast. You did.
enthusiast, yes.
That's what's up though, man. Because you know what I'm saying. Like I say, man, I be liking when I see people who I know from a child, from childhood. You know what I'm saying. Because there's a lot of people who's not here. You understand what I'm saying, man? When I see people who I grew up with and they healthy, they looking good. You know what I'm saying? You can tell they feeling good. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. Lacey pretty much looks the same as she did when we was young. You know what I'm saying? When I say the same, y'all know what I mean, man. Of course, she's mature. She's a woman now. She's a mother. She's a wife. You know what I'm saying? But she pretty much looks the same. Like, and that's one thing too. Like, and like I say, I always be telling chicks this all the time, Lacey. If you can incorporate this type of stuff as early as possible, when you started doing it heavily, 9 times out of 10, man, if you keep this up for all your life, you're gonna probably look that way for a long time. Like you're gonna be looking good, like especially y'all black ladies, y'all black girls, man. If y'all incorporate that, y'all will look nice. You feel me? Y'all will look beautiful, man. 60 years old, looking like you're 30 or 40 years old, man. You hear me? And that's taking care of yourself. No makeup, man. Lacey ain't got no makeup on. Not none. That's a fact, man. My man Buddy Parker, man. He fuck with my nigga Sinful Heavy, man. Rest of the essence of Sinful, man. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? So many infinite-minded young brothers and sisters, man. You hear me? That's the reason why I created the platform for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure we get the minds of our young people before this system does, man. You hear me? That's another reason why I created the platform. You see, I have my young brother Drip the Don on here, man, right? You know what I'm saying? Young, ganged up brother, man. You hear me? Ain't signing no major record deals or none of that. Unless you hear me, so y'all gonna do what I want to do. I ain't doing none of that shit, man. Y'all gonna mess with me on my terms. And that's the type of mentality we gotta have, especially when it comes to this incorporating health and wellness into your lifestyle on a regular basis, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing when you're a 40-plus-year-old woman, man, and your skin is just glowing, it's just radiant. You know what I'm saying? Your collarbone just a popping, man. You got a nice, curvy, little, nice, healthy tone shape on you. Your natural hair is just beautiful. You don't need to put none of that bullshit in your hair. You know what I'm saying? Lacey, let's talk about that, right? You know what I'm saying? Because when we were kids, I don't recall you being a weave chick, man. I don't recall it, man.
I wasn't, and I wasn't allowed to have a relaxer until 8th grade. So
Right.
me and my mom used to just always battle it out. I would beg her, please let me have a relaxer, because not only was I a fat kid, I had natural hair that I didn't know how to take care of when I was younger. So when she finally let me have my relaxer in 8th grade, it was fun for a while. And then when I became an adult, I felt like, and no, I never wore wigs. Like I tried braids before. I didn't like the way it felt. I tried wigs before. It felt like a hair hat and it was too hot.
That's
And
exactly what they are.
it just never was for me.
Right.
And then when I left Ohio and moved to Texas, I kind of just got away from my regular environment and I decided to go natural. And I would go back and forth. I went back to a relaxer for a little bit. Then I went natural again in 2009, and it's just been that way since. It's just because it just feels healthier. My hair feels thicker, and it just, I don't know, it just was a good decision for me.
Right, right. And I be trying to tell y'all girls, man, y'all hair, when y'all let y'all hair grow the way it grow, that y'all be thinking and y'all been indoctrinated to think it look ugly and crazy and nappy. No. You hear me? When you look at your hair and it's kinky and it's full and it's thick, that is how your hair is supposed to grow. You ain't supposed to be putting all the chemicals and stuff on your hair. Where y'all see that at in the word? Where y'all see that at in the scriptures? Where Yeshua say that at? Where the Most High say anything about relaxing your hair at? Putting chemicals in your hair at? Where that
Oh,
come
I
from?
gotta change locations. My battery's dying. So just a second.
Okay, no problem. Where y'all you understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's just all about proper grooming and caring. You know what I'm saying? And oh my God, man. Hair hatted hooligan. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. Hair hatted hooligans. Triple H. Right? And what I've come to find out or discover from, my various experiences with y'all chicks, man, a lot of y'all just lazy. A lot of y'all just lazy. Huh? It is what it is, man. You hear me? Y'all just flat out lazy. Listen here, and I use this as the litmus test, so to speak. just to let y'all know that exactly that they don't, man, women like my grandma, they just don't exist no more, man. Right. And I know the counter to that will automatically be, well, remember, no, men like my grandfather definitely still exist. They definitely do. In droves. You hear me? You hear me? Right? My grandma used to brush her hair, man, every night. Wrap it up. You hear me? All that stuff, man. No chemicals, no relaxers, no perms. None of that stuff. You hear me? She ain't do none of that stuff. You know what I mean? Beautiful, nice, long, beautiful, healthy hair up until the day she died. Laying in her casket with a head full of hair. Just beautiful. You hear me? See, this is why I got my first experiences with actual woman, because my grandmother, my father's mother, y'all familiar with my pops, his mom, she was a real live woman. You hear me? I'm talking about work. She had the slips on and everything. Man. You hear me? Tell you go out there and get a couple branches off the tree and all of that if you get out of line. I'm talking about, you hear me?
Same
My
line.
grandma, man. My grandma was, that's the last of a dying breed, man. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful when, you know what I'm saying, you actually come across, you know what I'm saying, chicks who actually, you know what I'm saying, know that type of stuff, know how to take care of their hair, take care of their body. Like, man, this stuff is terrible, man. Real, man. I'm serious trying to tell you, man. Real. Terrible. Horrible. Very bad. But it's not as bad as you would like to think it is, you know what I'm saying? Because if we have more chicks like Lacey, you hear me, teaching their kids, you know what I'm saying, how to eat properly, you know what I'm saying, that spread out into everything else, behavior, how they interact with other children, how they can't carry themselves while they're not in your parents or not in your presence, right? I know a lot of that stuff seems like a lot, but in actuality, it's all connected. It's all you know what I'm saying, result of what they're eating, how they're eating, how much they eat, and what they like. Basically, it all starts at home, right? Everything starts in the home. Now I want you to sit and talk about how important it is, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, from starts from home, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you said you was a stay-at-home mom for how long?
About 2 years after my
2
daughter
years.
was born. Yeah, but I was still like working part from home, but basically most of my time was spent with the kids.
Right. So go ahead and drop some game on, you know what I'm saying, being a stay-at-home mom and being able to have that, tell them how important that is. You realize, as you know what I'm saying, how realize it is for maintaining your family structure to be able to make sure that your kids are getting the proper nutrition that they need, man. How important that is in the kids' early development, man.
So I'm so grateful to my husband because that wouldn't have been possible without him. Um, but it was nice to be able to really be around for them, reading to them, singing to them, playing with them, and also making sure that they have meals. Like I said before, like
Right.
when they were babies, I used to make them like homemade foods instead of buying them the brand name foods that you would get out of a can and a
Right.
that. Um, Outside of that, making sure that they had their healthy breakfast, lunches, and dinners. And I think that's a big thing that about really having that focus of them like that. I still work from home. I work remotely, but because most of my focus is on work now, I don't get to really put as much attention into their meals as I would like to. So that's why I said before, I try to make sure that they have a decent breakfast before they go off to school, incorporating as much vegetables into their meals as I can in the evenings. And that's pretty much it. And making sure that you have a good group of people around you that also has those kind of beliefs, or at least trying to incorporate that into their lifestyles too, like finding good moms and in your community that are also trying to do those kind of things
Right.
were really helpful for me.
Right, creating that circle, that
Hmm.
creating that group of friends who's all like minded. You know, so when our kids have their play dates or whatever, ain't nobody eating no junk food or no crazy stuff. We doing things that's going to be like enriching for their learning and developing into just being decent freaking human beings, man. We don't care if our kids grow up to be these illustrious great, as long as they grow up to be a decent human being. You understand me, man? You success. You're successful as a parent. As long as your kid grow up to be a decent human being, man. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, they're going to be regular, average people like most of us. You know what I'm saying? So long as they're the best version of that, we're successful. You know what I'm saying? And with how you go about doing that is incorporating what Lacey has done over the years with her children. How old are they now, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, my son just turned 9 and my daughter just turned 7. They both have birthdays in December.
See what I'm saying? So they're Capricorns. You hear me, Lacey?
Now I hear you.
I said they're Capricorns.
No, my son is a Sagittarius and my daughter's a Capricorn. Me and my son always bump heads, but my daughter and I, we get along pretty well.
Right. You know, us Capricorns, man, we're pretty level-headed people. You know what I mean? Contrary to popular opinion. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, we have a very
one of my other good friends growing up, Brandy, she's a Capricorn too.
Oh yeah, Brandy, that's my cousin. You know, that's family. You know, yeah, man. You know,
I didn't know you guys were related.
Huh? No, not related like we family, but I mean, we know her mother and my mother. You know, so they go way back in the day. So we haven't known since we were children. So we're family. We're like family. You know what I'm saying? But her birthday is around the same time as my birthday too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was our second.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, her birthday is before mine. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing, man. January, Capricorns in the building. We the best ones. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, January 8th, this Sunday. You know what I'm saying? It's my born day. I'll be 41 years young. You understand me? It's a beautiful thing to be sitting up here chopping up this health and wellness, holistic lifestyle living game with my girl Lacey. You know what I'm talking about? Beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? Take care of yourself. Drink your water, man. You know what I mean? Now, when it comes to, I want to touch back on this hair thing too, though, because I know, especially with little girls, you know what I'm saying? I've been heading with this imagery of what beauty is and what femininity is and what good hair is and how y'all women are being so led to identify with your hair as if it was what makes you who you are. And it's not. I said it's not. All right. But at the same time, embracing your hair for what it is, what it does represent as far as in connection with you being a woman and your femininity. It ain't got nothing to do with no lace front, no damn perm, or no goddamn relaxer. You hear me? No coloring. Ain't got nothing to do with that. So, Lacey, I want you to speak on that from that aspect, especially as being a mother and raising a daughter.
I would love to see the day where more women are just rocking their natural hair. I mean, I understand how it can be difficult, especially when some women are thinking about like, what are they going to be thought about in a corporate environment, or what are even family and friends pushing on them, like, what's going on with your hair, or if they see that they're going natural. But I think a lot to do with what we see in media and again social media, and being able to kind of relax and take a break from that and really yourself, and slowly taking out the weaves and the wigs and seeing what it feels like to, you don't have to go out the house if that's not what you're comfortable with yet, but just slowly gaining that confidence so that you can go out and just really embrace your hair. Because I don't think a lot of women first know how to take care of their natural hair because they've relaxed and they've kept wigs and weaves on so long. So being able to first learn how to take care of your hair so that you can see that it truly is beautiful in the natural state that it is. But I know for some people, it's just like a whole mindset shift that they have to go through. And if they can just work on that, I think the world would just be full of beautiful natural afros and locks and all kinds of things.
That's a whole other show right there, man. We might have to have Lacey back on, man, to tell us about this natural journey, man. We can go a little bit more in depth into it, man. you know, the further aspects of it. What does it mean, man, for y'all ladies out there, y'all chicks out there, man? Some of y'all got them thoughts and ratchets too. You know what I'm saying? Because some of y'all got locks in y'all's hair, man. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about that too. We got to talk about how just because you got the locks in that, you know, man, there's so many different aspects to it. There's so many different ways to go about that topic. But I think that'd be a beautiful conversation to have. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ladies need to embrace y'all natural hair. Contrary to popular opinion, long as your hair is maintained and it's clean, right? Us men, we and I'm gonna speak. Let me hold on. We're gonna prove it to y'all here in a second too. Us men would much rather you wear your hair natural, something like what Lacey's doing right now. Put a 1 in the chat, men, if y'all agree with me on that. Would y'all rather have a chick with weave lace fronts, goddamn it, the sew ends, the glue ends, the whatever ends, you know what I'm talking about, the colors, the troll multicolored looking hair, you know what I'm talking about? It stinks, it don't smell good, it smells fake, it absorbs everything, you know what I'm talking about? It don't reflect nothing good, you know you know what I'm talking about, man? Put a 1 in the chat, fellas. You know, I like to think that I speak for most of us, and I know that I do. You hear me? We will must put a 1 in the chat if you would rather your woman wear her natural hair versus anything different. Pretty sure most of the men are going to put a 1 in the chat. Almost positive. Yeah. Yeah, you got to go natural, man. You have to. You know, let your hair go. Now, it's about maintenance. And like I say, this goes back to a lot of y'all chicks. Y'all just goddamn it lazy. Y'all just lazy. Because that's what it boiled down to, Lacey. Come on, let's keep it 100 now, Lacey, man. That's what it comes down to. At the end of the day, it comes down to being freaking lazy.
I don't think it has to do with all women being lazy. I think some women really have been programmed to feel that their natural hair isn't beautiful. So that's why they wear weaves and wigs and things like that.
Right.
And I wish that it was different. I wish there was more out there displaying, like, that's why I like Issa Rae, and the fact when she came out, her hair is natural. I've just seen more women media and television that are able to rock their natural hair, feel confident doing that. And I'm hoping that as we see more displays of that, then other women will be confident in what they have to. So it just comes down to laziness. It's a lot of programming that makes us feel like we're not beautiful if we don't have the European standards of hair.
Right. I definitely agree 100% on that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm going to say 100%, but I definitely agree on that. But when I throw the lazy aspect in there, right? Because even when it comes to learning and finding the information, right? That's going to take a degree of work and putting in some effort and energy into finding out that information. So on top of the indoctrination, once you are made privy to information that goes against the indoctrination, it then becomes your responsibility as a grown woman, right, to do otherwise. So when these ladies have the information, have access to it, but yet don't incorporate it, I could only assume or come to the surmisation that not all of y'all, clearly, right, not all of them, but a nice majority, I would even go as far as to say overwhelmingly mass majority, especially Black women when it comes to their natural hair, on top of the indoctrination, comes to laziness. And that's why we need chicks like you, right? That's why we need women like you.
Are you still there? Oh, there you go.
I'm still here. Tell these girls. I'm just being a little dramatic right now because I'm high. Tell these girls that they need to take that, and I like that about you. I'm a real. I respect that. Like, you telling you go take that damn weave out your hair. It's demonic. We can get into so many aspects of it, right? It's literally demonic, literally. And y'all know when I say that, I'm not just saying that. I mean what I'm saying, literally. All right. Y'all ain't ready for that, though. Most of y'all. Like
So
I
I
say,
see where
some
you're
of you
coming
are.
from.
Yeah.
I see where you're coming from, and it would seem as simple just to be like, I have the information, and now I'm no longer going to rock my weaves. But again, it's definitely that's been ingrained in a lot of women's self-esteem. And once
Right.
they work through the self-esteem part of it, then that's when they can slowly come out of like old habits and old thinking and being able to really embrace
Right.
it. So I
Because
wish it
listen
was
here.
as simple as they got the information and now they're free, but no, it's more like,
Yeah, yes,
okay, now really
it's way
starting to
more
work
complex than
within.
that.
Yeah.
It's definitely totally way more complex with that. And that's why I say, you know, you just gotta embrace it because this is what I'm gonna tell you. I'm telling you as a man, you hear me? I love when I see, especially black women, man. I love when I see y'all with y'all's natural hair, no weave, and your hair is just, and this is how I know this is a woman right here because her hair is natural and it's nice and it's neat, it's taken care of, it's groomed. And I know sometimes I know she ain't lazy. I'm telling y'all why I say lazy because us guys we look at shit like that, man. We look at stuff like that, man. We pay attention to shit like that. Look at your hair, how you keep your hair, right? When I see a girl, every time I see her, she got weave in her hair, it's all different color, whatever. I think she's lazy. Most of us is going to assume that about you. You're lazy, right? Versus looking at a chick like Lacey with her natural locks in her hair, like she has to groom that. That's upkeep. You understand what I'm saying, Lacey? That's upkeep. That's grooming. You got to buy products. You got to put time and effort into maintaining your natural locks. That let us know that this is lady is not what? She's not lazy. You hear what I'm saying? And this is how we look at it.
And actually free form, so it's probably even easier than that because really I just
So
got
you
to
don't see what I'm saying?
keep
You
it
see what I'm
separated.
saying? Right. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I said that too, though. And that's just a beautiful thing. And I love, like I said, I love when I see my sister, man. You hear me with their beautiful natural hair, however they rock, whether it be locks or afro, their curls, you know, the little tendrils. You know, when Jen hair get wet, her hair turning a little, like fern looking plant tendrils. You hear me? Just beautiful and fluffy. You hear me? Just natural. You hear me? And I really wish that a lot of y'all would embrace y'all's natural hair too, man. Because we really prefer y'all with that shit, not all that clown shit y'all be wearing, man. Them weak ass Europeans, we don't like that shit. We tolerate that shit. Understand the difference, ladies. We don't like it, we tolerate it. Because nigga want to get them treats. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I don't know if all necessarily feel that way because before I met my husband and when I was like doing dating, I would get comments about my natural hair. So some men aren't really into that. So you may end up finding ladies that acted kind of man once you decide
Right,
to really if that's even what's important to you, you know, because it should be about what makes you feel good. But you'll
right,
find that you'll end up attracting a different kind of man if you're going more natural and just embracing your natural beauty.
right.
Men that are more respectful and really love you for who you are.
There you go. And that's another aspect to it, right? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, and it all keeping it within the holistic and being healthy, you know what I'm saying? When you that just brings back to what I said, us as a man, you know what I'm saying? When we gonna sit up here and look at you with your natural hair, like I said, we know you ain't lazy, we know you taking care of it. You understand what I'm saying? And with that being said, you know what I mean, it's going to incorporate into other things. You know what I mean? We're going to, you know what I'm saying, see the real you. You're not putting on a mask like the rest of these brides. We're seeing you raw in the flesh. This is what we're going to wake up to every day. No makeup, locks, nappy hair, kinky hair, twisty hair. You know, if you're a white girl, you got to, you understand, you know, some of y'all white girls, y'all be having that hair, how y'all be tangled and y'all be having the hair be kind of coarse, be kind of, you know how y'all hair be, look wispy. Y'all know y'all white girls be having that wispy hair.
Your laugh cracks me up. Your laugh is so devious.
Y'all's hair be wispy. My man Uncle Diggity said natural or Nathan. You understand me? Girl, wear your natural hair, man. We love it like that. I'm telling you, man. Y'all girls start wearing your natural hair, stop being lazy, and take care of it how it's supposed to be. You're going to see like Lacey said, you're going to notice the type of guys that approach you. You feel me? You're going to notice a difference in the type of guys that approach you. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, it's a beautiful thing, though, Lacey, man. You know what I'm saying? We about to go ahead and shut it down. I understand you might have to get back to your wifely and motherly duties. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hold you all night. Get in. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and leave
early to work out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Stick right to it. It don't stop. It don't stop. You hear me? So you sit up there, give the people any of your you could type it in the hold on. No. Is you on YouTube, right?
I am. I don't really do
Are
much
you on
on
your
YouTube.
computer?
Yeah.
All right, so you can go just open up YouTube and look in the comment section of YouTube, and you can just type all your social media information in there. Oh, you don't got social media no more, though, do you? I can't hear you now. You must have hit your volume.
I'm sorry. I'm on LinkedIn, and that's about it. So if you're on LinkedIn,
if y'all want to, that's what I'm saying. That's how you know when somebody on some other shit. Like I got the social media, but I got the one type of social media, man. That LinkedIn.
And I've been dipping and dabbling in YouTube, just trying to find my niche and what I want to talk about on there. But really, LinkedIn is probably the best way to stay connected.
So if y'all want to go ahead and you can just go on your computer, open up a YouTube link, come to the show, and drop it in the comment section in YouTube. Make sure you mute it too. You just drop that in there. Leave her LinkedIn information. If y'all want to get with Lacey, you know what I'm saying? Lacey, she you know, she got the game to get y'all in a portion control, what type of food to eat. She got all the different flavors for y'all, from incorporate vegan recipes and vegetarian recipes and all that stuff, workout regimens and all that stuff and all that crazy stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? Cause yeah, man, I remember you was doing your little bit of thing, man. I was like, oh, what happened? Like, what happened? Like, it stopped. Like, I see your stuff you was posting on Instagram or something. Like, what happened? Like, where did it happen?
Yeah, I was just over social media pretty much.
That's what and this is what I'm saying. This is a beautiful thing. This will be a beautiful conversation to have, especially with y'all ladies, man. And I just spoke on this earlier too, man. How y'all gotta be able, how we not just y'all, but all of us too, how we gotta be in the matrix, but not of the matrix. Ooh, that's gonna be a topic on the show next week. I think we're gonna do that on next Wednesday. How to be in the matrix, but not of the matrix. Because even like I say, even us content creators, man, we gotta watch, right? We gotta watch how we interact with this technology, y'all. We're content creators. We're constantly interacting with social engineering on a day-to-day basis. Shorts, live streams, pre-recorded videos, Zoom meetings, panel shows with you panel head ass niggas. You hear me? You understand? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Rumble. You hear what I'm saying, y'all? We are interacting with this unintelligent artificial intelligence frequently. And as a content creator, you have to monitor this. You have to watch this and be aware of this. You have to know when and how long to unplug from this. You have to develop the fortitude psychologically, mentally, spiritually, to where if you're going to interact with these demons on a regular basis, you better know how to cut their heads off, nigga. You hear me? See, this conversation can go to a whole nother level. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that Lacey brought that up, man. And I respect people who understand what this is, this unintelligent artificial intelligence. They say, oh, I'm going to stop dealing with it, period. Which is be the best thing to do. The absolute best thing to do. Because if they can't sync with you energetically, they can't link with you physically. Y'all hear me say that all the time, right? You know what I'm saying? So, Lacey, I want you to sit there and leave us with some words and close in your closure.
Well, thanks again for allowing me to be on your podcast, Virgil. And in terms of like the whole healthy lifestyle thing, again, just find something that you enjoy doing in terms of more whole foods. incorporate that little by little so that you can make it a consistent part of your lifestyle. That's it. That's all I got.
All right. Well, Lacey, this has been an honor and a privilege and a blessing. You understand me? I appreciate it. Thank you for coming out and blessing us with your presence and your time, man, and your knowledge and your information. You could be anywhere in the world, but you right here with us, man. I appreciate it. I know the brothers and sisters in the audience and the comments, I know they appreciate that. You hear me? So like I say, man, any person, most people, I don't say any, but majority of people y'all here see me bring up on here. I know these people personally. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a beautiful thing for me to be knowing so many just infinite-minded people like how I do. I think that in itself is a blessing. You hear me? I think that's what keeps me looking and feeling just handsome and debonair and young myself. It's the fact that I've connected with so many beautiful and infinite-minded people. You know what I'm talking about? It's a beautiful thing. It's the reason why I credit the platform. So, Lacey, thank you for coming out. And, you know what I'm saying? We'll holler behind the scenes about doing that show with that hair, man. I think that'll be dope. I think that'll be something good for the girls, especially these young ladies. You know what I'm saying? Encouraging y'all to embrace your natural hair, whether it be twisty, kinky, naughty, nappy. Yes, none stands me. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to put y'all up on game on how to maintain that, how to embrace that. You hear me? How to become that. But realize that you are not your goddamn hair. You hear me? Your hair is a representation of what you are, not who you are. And we're going to get into it as long as Lacey is with it. You hear me?
All right. Thank you. And if I don't talk to you before Sunday, happy Born Day and enjoy your day.
See? Right? And I'm going to break down to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, since Lacey's here, I'll just do this real quick, right? Let me tell y'all why I say Born Day versus birthday, right? I keep telling y'all to study etymology, man. You study etymology yet, Lacey? I know you be listening.
No, not really. But
I know you like so many people who I grew up with. I know y'all be listening once. Study etymology, y'all. Birth versus born, right?
Can I guess this one?
Yeah, go ahead. Be my guest.
Okay. So birth, I'm thinking that the mother is the one that's giving birth to the child, bringing them in the world, where you were the child being born into the world. So that would make it your born day and your mama's birthday.
I couldn't have said it better myself, right? But I'm going to take it a step further.
All right.
Birth, right? Remember when I told y'all about Admiralty Maritime, international judicial law, the law of the sea or the law of the oceans, You hear me? The current jurisdiction with most of the world's governmental structure are under to this day, right? Remember I told y'all that LSD is a pirate. You hear me? Now, when it comes to the word birth, B-I-R-T-H, right? It is a twist on the original word birth with an E, B-E-R-T-H, birth. Consequently, when a boat is sitting at the dock, that's when it's known as in its birth, right? Walk with me now, y'all, right? When it's sitting in its birth, B-E-R-T-H, this is a ship or a boat sitting at the dock coming into this land, area, economy, government, with stuff on board the boat, man. You know what I'm saying? This is human resources, you know what I'm saying? Products, you know what I'm saying? Goods and services, you know what I mean? And when it's sitting at the dock before it comes into the structure of the land, right? It's in this birth. It's coming through the canal, right? And it needs a bill of service or a bill of ladance of what's on this boat, a birth certificate. Is y'all walking with me right now, man? You hear me? Now think about the word birth, B-I-R-T-H. Now we're talking about corporate personhood. You hear me? Now, consequently, when you're a child, you're coming through your mother's birth canal, through her water. The doctor is bringing you in, and You got to sign your birth certificate, which is the bill of lading and good of service that your mother is bringing into this economy. Y'all better understand how demonic this shit is, man. It's a demonic structure. You hear me? So when we're talking about being born and your birth, you hear me? Two different things. And you got to understand why the term birth is being used, especially to your birthday. Huh? It's so demonic, Lacey, this system. Its structure is so demonic. It's so serpentine. It's so Saturn in its structure and original design. You hear me? So demonic. So, man, Lacey, man, thank you for coming on the show once again, man. Hey, if you really want to do that show, I think that'll be dope, man. Whenever you up for it, whenever you ain't busy or got the time, or you just let me know. You know what I'm talking about?
All right.
And you enjoy yourself, man. Have a good evening.
Thanks, you too. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, so that was my girl Lacey, man, on the show, y'all, man. You hear me, man? Did y'all hear something that y'all never heard before? All right. Y'all know we're going to get to it, man. Oh, that's some good info. I never know that. Yeah, man, y'all. I'll keep telling y'all, man, over here at A Real Talk Podcast, we do real live content, man. You hear me? We ain't over here. My fault, y'all. We ain't over here on some bullshit, man. Giving y'all real content, goddammit. Thought-provoking, mind-provoking, life-changing, altering info and game that you can incorporate into your life and make you into a better version of yourself, man. And at the same time, I'm doing that as well. You already know, Cupcake, man, sitting up there in the cut, man, with your little, you know what I'm talking about? You did. One Lacey Beautiful, y'all. 40, about to be 41 in June. Beautiful, natural skin, natural hair, no makeup. See her collarbone. You can tell she's in shape. She don't look fat and terrible. You hear me? I know a lot of beautiful black women like that, but most of them are married. They're married. You know, them type of chicks, they don't stay single. You hear me? I like how Lacey talked about the importance of feeding the children healthy food. You hear me? It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that, Cupcake, man. I try to do nothing but bring y'all the raw content, man. Actual content. We ain't on no reactionary shit over here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't on none of that fuckery y'all see on this YouTube, man. It's real life content. Ladies' night, of course. You know, so I got to show something for y'all ladies, man. I actually love y'all. I actually care about y'all. You did. My man, Uncle Diggity, said natural or nada. You hear me? No weaves, no lace fronts. We do not like that shit, ladies. We would much rather you wear your natural hair, as long as it's maintained and clean and neat. We would actually prefer that. I would much rather run my fingers through your nappy, kinky, curly, twisty hair than that. Oh my God, man. It's so demonic, Cupcake, man. Maybe I should go in on that one of these days, Cupcake, man. The origins of makeup, wigs, and braids. Huh? Maybe I should go in on that one of these days. Maybe I'll get my pops and we'll get to the spiritual roots of that. Huh? Now, that's my goddamn born day weekend, man. You hear me, Uncle Diggity? I know some dope chicks, man. Cupcake, y'all see Cupcake in the building, dope chick. My girl Lacey, dope chick. Shaquista, dope chick. Dara, dope chick. Genesis, dope chick. You hear me? Brandy Ann, my people from Florida that was telling us about what's going on there in Florida. That's actually one of my most popular videos. Dope chick. You hear me? Had Asha Peaches on here, battle rap extraordinaire, tearing niggas down. Dope chick. My very first woman guest, Tatiana. Beautiful, beautiful sister. You hear me? Dope chick. Yabi. You remember Yabi with her fine chocolate self? Smart girl. Get you together on your fucking finances. Dope chick. You hear me? I know nothing but dope broads, man. You hear me? I know a lot of raggedy ass bitches too. That's why I speak on them the way I do. But I know a lot of dope chicks too. Right? Yeah, them lashes is terrible, y'all, man. I'm telling y'all, man, you know what I mean? Put a one in the chat if you want me to go in on the spiritual roots of makeup, weave, wigs, braids. Damn. Hey, Uncle Diggy, I'm over here weak right now. You hear me, man? You already know me in the pursuit of purpose. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that, man. You know what I'm talking about? It's my born day on Sunday, man. I'm going to go hang out with my baby, beautiful girl, man. My favorite girl in the whole world, Genesis, man. She going to go out and hang out with me, man. Now that I ain't going out of town, man, everything happened for a reason. I'm gonna just spend my birthday with I'm gonna spend my born day with my baby girl, man. You hear me? You did. I see one in the chat. LaQuay put a one in the chat. Y'all want me to go on the spiritual? Listen here, y'all. I'm gonna go in on the spiritual roots. You understand me? You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to my brother Sinful the P, man. Rest in the essence to my brother Sinful the P. You know, so I'm gonna sit up there and you understand me. I'm gonna sit up there, understand me, break down the spiritual roots of makeup, wigs, weaves, braids, fine and fair arraignment, Y'all want me to go in on that? Y'all ain't ready for that, especially y'all chicks. Y'all ain't ready for that shit. Y'all still gonna wear that stupid ass shit anyway. That's how I say every time y'all see me saying my brother Red chat all the time. Y'all have been consumed with the Jezebel demonic spirit. Most of y'all. Most of y'all. Nah, Cupcake ain't lying, but that's not the spiritual roots. All right. Yeah, we're going to get to it, man. I'm going to holler at my pops, man. Because I know my pops know the scriptures. So we're going to get to it. We're going to break it down. You hear me? We're going to break it down. You hear me? And you know I'm going, ooh-wee. When I came across this information, y'all, it's like, God, it's like, that's what I'm saying, man. You hear me? You come across certain information, man, you got to come to it's going to come to a point where you realize, like, this ain't just, nah, man, this is, you know, I ain't going to so much to say divine intervention, though, but this is how you know you've been chosen, man. This is how you know you one of the chosen when you've been bestowed with certain information and knowledge. And not only that, but to able to be able to, you know, convey it to other people. Not only that, but to be able to connect the dots and depict it from away and see through the effery in it, man. See it for what it actually is, man. You hear me? And be able to connect the dots, man, on this stuff, man. That's everybody doesn't have that ability. It's very demonic, very serpentine, very Saturn. You hear me? Yeah, y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My girl Lacey came on the show, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. And she became a wife before she came a mother. You hear me? Yeah. A lot of y'all ain't ready for that, man. We're going to get into it, though. Maybe next Sunday. But this Sunday on Spiritual Root Sundays, man, we going in. You hear me? We going in, man. Thank everybody for coming out tonight, man. Y'all know we appreciate it, man, over here at April Talk, man. Everybody hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Go subscribe to that Patreon, man. You know. Thanks everybody for coming out tonight. You did hit that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering, of course. You know. You know what I'm saying? This Sunday, on Spiritual Root Sunday, my born day. Appreciate that, Blair. You hear me? I'll be 41. So it's only right that Spiritual Root Sunday this Sunday. Oh, yeah, we still going in. Don't make no mistake about it, man. We still going in on my born day and everything. But you know what? The title of the show is going to be The Spiritual Roots, right, of fatherhood. And sonship. The prodigal son always returns to the father. Right? I ain't even talked to my pops about it yet. I'm going to call him tomorrow sometime, though. And we're going to put that damn thing together for y'all. On my born day, January 8th, Spiritual Roots of Fatherhood and Sonship. You hear me? The prodigal son always returns to the father. You hear me, y'all? We gonna get straight to it. I couldn't think of a better topic to discuss on my born day. I feel honored and privileged to be able to do so. So thank y'all for tapping in, man. Y'all know how we do it over here at April Talk Podcast, man. Click on that bell, subscribe to the page, man. Share your social engineering, smash that like button, man. Real, actual content, y'all. Interviews. We do listening parties over here of local music, mostly of my collective, E&E, but other people as well, as I've had my brother .com on here. I've had young Drip the Don on here, who's going to blow up any day now, right? And it's open for any of you other up-and-coming artists who want to come on an independent platform and, you know, give us a breakdown of your music if you got a project out there. You never know who's watching and listening, right? Tap in and walk with us, man. Appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Y'all could, like I told Lacey, y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all right here with us, and I appreciate that. Don't think I'll take it for granted, because I don't. You did. Don't think I do, because I don't. I appreciate everybody who taps in with me. You know, even from the clouds. Appreciate y'all too. You know, it's a beautiful thing. Thank y'all for liking my short videos. They're fun. Kind of corny, but fun. Right? But you know, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Man, like I tell you, man, we can make the Matrix do what we see fit. You hear me? Do y'all understand what I'm saying to y'all? We can make the Matrix do what we see fit. You hear me, Uncle Diggity? We can make the Matrix do what we see fit, y'all. Shout out to Lacey to coming through, man, with her beautiful self, man. It's one of my good friends, man. You hear me? She's one of the one of the many beautiful women I know doing beautiful things. So for all y'all out there who think a nigga like me just hate women or I'll be bashing women, no. I absolutely love women, especially Black women. You hear me? And I'll be on what I'll be on concerning y'all because of that. And if you think something different, so what? Who cares? Really don't matter what you think anyway. Which is why I say all the time that, y'all know what it is. It just doesn't matter. Right? You did. So you're all welcome. You're all welcome, right? Keep that in mind, man. You know what I'm talking about? Thanks everybody for coming out. Smash that like button. You did. Click on the bell. Subscribe to the page. Share on your social engineering, your Snapchat, your Snapchat, your goddamn it, Facebook, Instagram. You understand me? Twitter. You know what I'm talking about? Rumble. Wherever whatever you got, whatever you interact with, man. Share this, man. Share, and share alike. You hear me? Tell everybody to come tap in and walk with us over here, man. We do real things over here, man. Talk about real topics. We have real interviews with real people talking about real things. You know what I'm saying? Real live information and game that you can incorporate into your life that can help you live a more productive and healthy life as well. Especially after tonight's episode with my girl Lacey. Right? She's been doing this thing for 30, you hear me? She's been doing this thing for 20 plus years. You hear me? 2 children, wife, mother. You hear me? Radiant skin, doing her thing. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? I know lots of chicks like that, man. You feel me? And most of them are married. You're not going to find so many single chicks like that, man. They get scooped up. You hear me? So maybe y'all chicks should take a page out of chicks like Lacey's book, out of chick like Shaquista book, you know what I'm saying? Out of chick like Dara book, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Take a chick out of Yabi's book, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. You feel me? Yiddy! Yeah, man, that's how we do it over here, y'all, man. So I'm gonna holler at L and see what we're gonna do about tomorrow night, man. If anything, I'll just be over here by myself, you know what I'm saying, which is just nothing, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna have Friday night wrap up one way or the other, you know what I'm saying? I just want to see if L gonna be able to attend, because like I said, L had to go, he had to go take care of some family business. You know what I'm saying? I haven't talked to him to solidify he's going to be able to tap in tomorrow night or not, though. But either way it go, the show is going to be on. Yiddy. So I'm going to leave y'all with an E&E tune, man. I'm about to fall back on playing the stuff on YouTube, man. They didn't send me that email, man. I'm just going ahead and stick to, so I'm going to go ahead and stick into playing this E&E stuff. That's all it's telling me. You hear me? It's telling me, like, nah, just play E&E. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gotta play anything else. Just play E&E. We got songs for days. We got songs for chicks. You did? Matter of fact, I'm about to hold on. Is that on this? Okay, now I'm gonna have to play it on my phone, y'all, because I don't think it's on. No, it's on here. We got it on here. I'm tripping. Definitely got it on here. We got it on here. I'm about to leave y'all with this dope track right here, man. The hell? About to leave y'all with this dope track right here from my brother Glister Guarantee, featuring my brother Naw Shiz. You hear me? E&E. We got tracks for days, y'all, man. Go to datpiff.com. Type in E.N.E. man. Hell, this shit gonna pop up, man. You know what I'm saying? Take your pick, man. You know what I mean? We got hits for days, man. Yeah, it's on this album right here. I knew it, man. We got it right here, man. Don't even trip. Don't fret. Thanks, everybody, for coming out tonight. Wrap it up with Uncle Diggity. What you talking about? You want to come on the panel or something real quick, Uncle Diggity? Oh, you know you more than welcome, brethren. Drop that old link from my brother Uncle Diggity. But the only thing is, Uncle Diggity, you gotta cam up. Yeah, you gotta cam up. You know you can come on up, brother. You did. Oh, you talking about tomorrow? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you already know, Uncle Diggity. I'm going to talk to L. Matter of fact, I'm going to call L when we get done with the show tonight. And I'm going to see what's going to be with him. You know what I'm saying? Either way it go, nigga, if he don't come in or not, you know, you can definitely come on in, man. You can definitely come on in. And you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say stand in for L. You can just come on in. You feel me? More than welcome to, brother. We're going to get straight to it. I got some stories for y'all's ass, man. You hear me? Crazy shit that been happening this week, man. You hear me? Oh, so you talking about for tomorrow? Oh, no doubt. You already know, Uncle Diggity, man. I hit you up behind the scenes, brethren. You hear me? And let you know. You know what I'm saying? Send you a text or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Man, y'all hit that like button, man. Smash that like button. You know what I'm talking about? Do a backflip on that like button. I'm talking about do a double back tuck, do a Arabian, and a double layout on that dumb like button, man. I'm talking about do a triple Lindy on that joint, man. You hear me? Smash that like button, share on your social engineering, man. Click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? It's my born day weekend, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll be 41 on Sunday, January 8th, 1982. You understand me? January 8th, 1982. The Most High God, Yeshua HaMashiach, Yahawashi, in the form thereof, right? Decided to bring me into fruition, into manifestation, man, through the vessel of my mother, through the Lord of my father, Virgil Berry, man, senior. You dig, man? It's a beautiful thing, man. I feel honored and privileged. You understand what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. I feel blessed. You hear me? I feel honored and privileged. You know what I'm saying? Right? You understand me, man? 41 years, man. It's been a crazy ride, y'all. Do y'all hear me, man? It's a beautiful thing to be alive at 41 when so many are not that I know personally and grew up with. So many are not here. You know, so many. It's a beautiful thing, man. I feel honored and I feel privileged. I feel blessed to be able to see 41. You hear me? It's a beautiful thing, y'all. I mean, I feel good. My energy is up. You understand me? It's 2023. You know what I'm talking about? It's the year that the real ones is taking everything back over. We're about to bring this shit down. We're about to shut this shit down, man. Like I told you, man, I'm telling y'all when I first came home on faith that we ain't about to, you think real ones are going to sit by and just let this stuff happen, man? You hear me? Notice I said real ones, man. Ain't too many of y'all going to be willing to stick your neck out, stick your chest out, man. Yeah, when it get real serious out here, like how it's about to get, a lot of y'all gonna curl up and bow down. Watch. You hear me? Uncle Diggity, watch. You're gonna see who real and who ain't in these ensuing years. We'll see who real and who ain't. We already got a brief glimpse of who already ain't real right now. So just think about when things get worse and more intense, which they are. I'm not a fear monger. We don't do fear porn over here at A Real Talk Podcast and A Real Talk Media. We don't do fear porn, y'all. Not at all. We just kick straight facts. Now, if you don't want to accept those facts, that's on you. All right? And if you don't want to accept that truth to come from out of them facts when you do your due diligence, that's also on you. All right? So y'all think about that, man. Solution-based content, the solution. Ladies, embrace your natural hair. We're going to have Lacey back on to drop some jewels on that and go a little bit to the history, right? And all of that. or we're gonna get to it. You hear me? Especially y'all black ladies out there, man. It's beautiful. Or it's very imperative that y'all instill this into y'all's daughters. Wonder why these man, we gotta get back to it, man. Real. Us men too, we gotta get back to it. But see, us men know that and we doing that. Right? Tap in and walk with us, man. Shout out to Lacey for blessing us with a beautiful presence tonight once again. That was a beautiful, beautiful interview. I know y'all loved it. I know y'all liked it. Share, 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 share. You know what I'm saying? Lacey, she doesn't interact with social engineering like that. You feel me? Y'all can get at her on LinkedIn. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she put that in the YouTube or not. Right? Right. You feel me? You know, just hit me if you want to get in contact with Lacey. Just send me an email and I'll connect you, man. She got so much game to give up on that portion control and how to create homemade meals for the kids and all that. So I told her she should put a little book or something together. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I know dope chicks who about to be doing dope things. That's why I was saying tap in and walk with me, man. You did, y'all, man. I appreciate y'all coming out tonight, man. I really do. You know, since my born day weekend, it's a beautiful thing. Like I say, 41 years young on this Sunday, January 8th. It's a beautiful thing. I've been through so much. You hear me? Been through so much. You know what I'm saying? You know that the Most High got a super calling on your life. He got his hands on you, man. When you've been through so much traverse and diverse things, man. You hear me? When you've been through so many calamities and troubles and life-altering things and life-threatening, life-ending things that didn't end yours. You understand what I'm saying to y'all right now, man? A lot of you niggas don't know nothing about that on here. A lot of you chicks don't know nothing about that. Y'all have real easy lives, man. A lot of y'all ain't really never been through nothing, man. For real, man. Y'all ain't got a testimony, man. You understand what I'm saying, man? Y'all ain't got no testimony. You know what I mean? And even amongst those who do have a testimony, you ain't got no mantle. Talking heavy, man. You hear me? We talk heavy over here, man. Shout out to my brother Jack. We talk heavy. You know? They ain't jealous of your gifts or talents. They jealous of your mantle like Joseph jacket. You hear me? Bars, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. 41. I feel blessed. Like I said, it's a beautiful thing. I'm honored. I'm privileged. You understand what I'm saying, man? It's a beautiful thing, man. So many didn't make it. Who've been through more adverse, if not more adverse things than me. You know? But it's a beautiful thing for a brother like myself to have been through the things that I have been through in my life. So many times my life could have been gone. So many times. When I sit and think about it, that's how I know the Most High got a touching and a blessing on a brother. You hear me? It ain't nothing wrong with you saying that. It's not arrogant, man. It's what it is, man. You're supposed to say that. You're supposed to let people know. You hear me? You're supposed to let people see that greatness. You're supposed to shine that greatness. You ain't supposed to dim it down for nothing. You hear me, man? Yeah, man. Straight like that, man. You know what I'm talking about? Tomorrow night we going in. Hopefully my brother L be able to tap in, but if he don't, my brother Uncle Diggity's going to be right there. We're going to get straight to it. I got some interesting topics to go. You know, we're going to get into it. I got a lot of them, too. We're going to get into some of these stories, man. There's been some crazy stuff happening this week, man. Right? Spiritual Root Sundays coming up. My born day. We're going to be doing the spiritual roots of fatherhood and sonship. Did y'all know that there was a such thing of sonship? Yeah. You know what I mean? Ain't too many dudes on YouTube kicking it like this, man. You know what I'm talking about? These niggas is up here non-content creating ass niggas. And I'm bringing these niggas up. Yes, I'm going to mention these niggas, man. And when I say mention these niggas, I'm talking about indiscriminate collectively, all but none. You hear me? I don't gotta get specific, nigga. I'm a motherfucking general. I ain't gotta get specific. You niggas know who you niggas is. You non-content creating ass niggas. Not providing any type of real game or information, especially for our young brethren to better themselves off of you getting all these young niggas wrapped up in fucking back and forth fuckery like so many females at a goddamn fucking painting centers and shit like that, man. You niggas become the bitch, man. You hear me? So tap in and walk with us, man. We're gonna leave off with this joint right here. This joint is called Ride With Me, off of my brother Glitch the Guaranteed album. I'm going to put the link to the album in the chat right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can go get my brother Glitch the Guaranteed album right now. I'm going doing that here. You know what I'm saying? Go get it right now. I'm going to put it in the... You know what I'm saying? Y'all can go get this joint. You hear me? Y'all can go get that joint right there that way. You understand me? Y'all can download that, listen to this song and many others on there. Dope songs. My brother Glitch the Guaranteed first album. Remember, we did the listening party for this, and we did the listening party for part 2. This is this song off of here. Film feature him and my brother Sick. No, Sis, who's gonna be coming on the show here shortly as well when he get done with his school and all of that to become a sports analyst. You know, I'm talking back. Fuck around, see my nigga on ESPN somewhere or something like that. You hear me? Taryn, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Thanks everybody for coming out tonight, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, sharing social engineering. Tap in and walk with us tomorrow evening, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Friday night wrap up, E&E Fridays, an extended family with my brother Uncle Diggity in the building, my brother from the left coast, west coast, my other brethren. And we're going to get to these stories tomorrow, man. Y'all make sure y'all tell everybody to come tap in with us. Right? Because we're going to get straight to it, man. Go download my brother Glitch the Guaranteed album, man. We out, man. Enjoy y'all evening, man. Thanks for tapping in, man. Can't get no copyrights when it's your own shit, man. You did. All y'all chicks, man. Quit playing around out there, man.
Right with tricky situation turned into a broken heart. Yeah. Overthinking leadership, I'm trying to play my part. Shit be different nowadays, you gotta play it smart. Lit nigga, been 100 from the very start. Mona Lisa with the flow, your boy work of art. Looking at your body, baby, you a work of art. You trying to bring light to what we doing in the dark. Stay away from madness, like the month of March. Queen in my eye, you the one I call too. When we first met, you would always come through. Rolling gas, now we chilling with a sky view. Squeezing on your titties with my head between your thighs too. Make it hot and steamy, firefighter gotta come through. Put your fire out, baby, that's what I'ma do. First class flights, I just wanna spoil you. Take you around the world, you the one I'm loyal to. Fussing, we fight shit, it happens, this life. YOLO, we don't get to do this shit twice. I suggest why we here, we make best of this shit. Stacking up money and booking more trips. Give you everything that the eye see. Pull the whip over, then we hit the back seat. About to make the windows fall, now we can't see. Ride with me, this is really how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Ride with me, keep it G and just vibe with me. Cruise the city, getting litty, it's a vibe with me. Just ride with me, get live with me, yeah.
Ride with me,
Escalator
style, baby, you can slide with me. We can roll up the windows, get high with me. Just ride with me. Get live with me. Yeah, get high real quick, soar the skies with me. Put the wheels up, baby, just fly with me. And you told me one time you was dying in me. Yeah. Always forgetting shit, you reminded me. All your girls like, damn, where you finding me? Other teams like, damn, are you signing me? Shorty had a lawyer up, she was finding me. Put the ladder up, baby, start climbing me. Love when you navigate, start guiding me. Giving great headshots, don't mind me. You be flipping your positions at a high degree. On top, from the back, and the side with me. We can bust cake up, hair nails, make up. Smoke, wake up, haircut, get a shape up. Now we in fly mode, riding down the side road. With the test of time, no, she got a time code. Sick.
Ride with me, keep it G and just vibe with me. Cruise the city, getting litty, it's a vibe with me. Just ride with me, get live with me, yeah.
Ride with me, escalator style, baby, you can slide with me. We can roll up the windows, get high with me. Just ride with me, get live with me.